You're now rocking with the most poppin' Knicks YouTube channel on the net. I am the objective Knicks fan, straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. You know the vibes. Now listen, y'all. Rough night for New York City, but it's okay. I will be the voice of reason. Listen, I will be the voice of reason. New York City, we okay. We lost. The Liberties lost tonight. It's okay. Knicks lost, but it's preseason. To anybody who's mad about the Knicks losing, you guys don't know what you guys just you lost. You lost. It's preseason. No one cares about that. Nostalgic Knicks said teams has a lot of issues. We could talk a little bit about that. Right now, Yankees is on. Right, I was trying to hold off until the game finished because I'm hoping they could win. It's tied up 6-6, but you're gonna be all right, New York City. We're gonna be all right. Knicks have issues. Now, one thing I will say, I didn't get a chance to watch the second half of the game because I was watching Liberty, Yankees. It's just a lot of sports on at this time, unfortunately. I did see the first half. I did watch part of the fourth quarter as well. I saw when Precious Achiuwa got hurt. But Nostalgia Nick, what are some of the issues you think that we have? What are some of the issues that you think that we have? But this is Level-Headed Knicks Talk. We could talk a little bit about the game, about what I saw. I'm going to say it's preseason. I think one of the issues right now, the three ball is not falling. But it's a new lineup. It's going to take time. I don't think it's going to take a whole season. I just think that it's going to take time. And maybe, we don't get off as to the quick start as I thought we would. But I still think that we could, reach a lot of our goals and achievements, especially once this team gets rolling. So I'm not really too concerned about that. So we could talk a little bit about the game. What are your thoughts? I didn't get an update as well as what's going on with Precious Achiuwa. I know Josh Hart, they said he tweaked something, but he went back to the bench. So Josh Hart more than likely is probably fine. As far as Precious Achiuwa, I don't really see anything on him just yet. So still waiting for those details. But as those details arise, we'll figure it out. No worries. But salute to Maxine in the building. Salute to all the mods in the building and the members in the building. We're going to be talking about Gil's Arena again tonight and his claims. Boy. It's like the Knicks for them are a talking point, right? A huge talking point. And I'm beginning to think that they're just saying these things for clicks because it really doesn't make any sense. So definitely going to get into that. But as far as the game is concerned, we lost the Wizards in preseason. Starters didn't play in the fourth. The biggest concern for me right now is Precious Achiuwa. But the good news is, especially if Josh Hart isn't hurt, and you know what? I'll check my feeder real quick just to see if there's any updates. I doubt it because I literally just checked it 10 minutes ago. But as long as Josh Hart is not hurt and none of our starters are hurt, I saw a play with Towns also, he got elbowed on a drive by the kid Baldwin Jr. That was kind of crazy. So no worries right now. And of course, Landry Shamet, dislocating his shoulder, that was kind of, that was a tough blow. That was definitely a tough blow. But we'll be all right, man. Listen, I'm the voice of reason tonight, y'all. No matter what happens with this Yankee game tonight, we know the Liberties lost. Man, that really got me, my gears grinding. But it's okay. The Yankees actually just scored a run, right? Top of the ninth, so Yankees up 7-6. So we still got hope, y'all. We still got hope. But one of the things I'm going to say that I like with the Knicks off rip, and let me just jump into research mode real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. One of the things I like about the Knicks is that they can still have some sort of effectiveness even when they're not hitting the three ball. Right now, Mikal Bridges had a really bad game. Once again, man, these guys are new into the system. So it's going to take some time for these guys to, get it going. OG Anunoby, defense into offense always with him. course, he had 3 steals, which is pretty solid. He did his trademark steal into a bucket, right? +5, not bad on the plus minus. And 4 of 7 from the field, not bad either. So, OG Anunoby looks like he's rounding into form. Jalen Brunson is Jalen Brunson, more of the same. You already know Jalen Brunson, the Brunson burn is doing him. By the way, the Yankees is cooking. I think they just got another run on. Salute to the Yankees, y'all. New York City, stand up. By the way, I got some new sounds. So that's going to be the New York salute right there when you hear the subway. I mean, the New York City horn. So, yeah, salute to the Yankees getting the 2-run lead, looking good at the top of the ninth. So, but bringing it back to this. The reason, honestly, y'all, we be all right. Towns was able to get his 12 rebounds. You see this 12 rebounds right here, y'all? I like Towns and his ability to do other things when he's not scoring the ball, right? And I don't care about preseason stats. Preseason is preseason. Preseason is a warm-up, right? These guys never play with each other, right? So it's going to take time. But one thing I like from Towns is, one, he's crashing the offensive glass, right? He's a threat to score off the offensive glass, something that Jericho Sims really needs to learn, right? Of course, he didn't get no offensive rebounds last night, but that's something he needs to add to his game ASAP because there's so much opportunity to get buckets on offensive rebounds if you're aggressive, right? Like even Ariel, Ariel he only played 5 minutes, but Ariel, when he gets the offensive rebound, typically he goes right back up. And same thing with Precious. When Precious gets offensive rebounds, they go back up. But Towns' ability to do other things, and we're going to talk a lot about Karl-Anthony Towns tonight because, like I said, when I get into this whole Gills Arenas thing, man, yeah, oh my God. And these guys are supposed to be the experts and the professionals. Trust me, I'm going to cook tonight. But once again, I love the fact that none of our guys in the starting 5 are one-dimensional. If they're not scoring, they can do other things to get their games going. So Towns, I think, will return to form in terms of getting back to double-doubles. He's averaging like over 11 rebounds in the preseason. Not that we care about preseason averages, but his ability to crash the glass, especially since he's going to be the 5, especially on defense. See, that's something that he wasn't doing in Minnesota because he was playing the 4, so he was more on the perimeter. So the ability to crash the defensive glass just wasn't there, right? So I like Towns' ability to crash and be aggressive. And salute to the Roommates podcast, by the way, too. They definitely, if you watch the Roommates podcast, they had some good stuff that I'm going to address a little bit later. But they was talking about Towns, how he's one of the best screeners, scorers off the screen and stuff like that. Karl-Anthony Towns really is that dude. So I'm not really good. And then Josh Hart, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He's all over the place. He did get 2 points this game. I ain't going to lie. My only concern with Precious, if Precious is not going to be there, I wanted him to start. Now, Coach Tibbs wants to go with this 5. Clearly, this is his 5. I'm not knocking it. I call this the 5 horsemen of death because the Celtics, this lineup to me, when they get it together, and we will see, by the way, we will be doing the live play-by-play on Tuesday, so make sure you're there, and we'll be watching the game together. But one of the things I want to see this lineup against Boston's lineup because I think that this lineup is a Boston stopper, especially once they get it together, right? So I like the lineup against smaller teams or teams that play small. But when you're going up against size, which is not going to be most nights, I kind of prefer to have Precious out there over Hart and turn Hart from the 5th man into the 6th man. That's really what I want to see, right? But we didn't get a chance to see it in preseason, but we'll see what happens. I think now, if I had to make a bet as to how they fill out the roster, because we know we have 12 guys on the roster, and what we could do is we could go to our favorite website. We could go to Knicks Sports Track, and I'm going to show you guys, how they can build this roster based on what money that they have left. Let me pop this out so you can see this a lot better. So now you can see it, right? So we have 12 guys under contract. according to the rules, you need to have 14 guys, right? So if you have 12 guys on the contract, 3 two-ways, we need 2 more guys. Now you can elevate a two-way. So REL can be elevated, right? And he can go and become under contract, right? If that's what they want to do, right? To save money. Shaman, I think he's out of there because, he dislocated his shoulder. And then you can take TJ Warren or Chume Okoke. But the only problem with TJ Warren is the $3 million here. You see it here in gray. I got the cursor over it. That might be a heavy price tag because you only have $3.5 million, as you can see it right here. I got the mouse hovering over it, $3.5 million in space. So it kind of becomes a little tricky because you need 2 players. So TJ Warren's salary is too much. So I think that they'll probably go with one of these younger guys here. I would have put the bet on Chume Okeke because his money is 2.2. And then if you elevate one of your two-ways, you can do it. So that's one way that they can, fill out this roster. But Campaign to me also is somebody who has shown me that he deserves to be in the rotation. So we got the guards pretty much solidified, right? Especially if he goes with Deuce and Payne, that's what it's looking like it's going to be at the backup guard positions, right? Jericho Sims, of course, by default, he's the backup center. Now that Precious is not there, do they give the minutes to TJ Warren? I don't know. Pacome Dadier has been getting some time. Pacome Dadier has looked solid, but he kind of reminds me of Quentin Grimes a little bit, y'all. He gives me a little Quentin Grimes vibe. I think he's taller though. I think he's 6'7". So yeah, Grimes was like 6'5", 6'6". So he got a couple of inches over Grimes. But are you going to rely on an 18-year-old kid? Right there, he's born in 2005. So, 19-year-old kid, you're going to rely on a 19-year-old kid to be your backup small forward in New York City with all this pressure? I don't know. I don't know who he goes to, but based off of the usage, in terms of guys that play that position, I think Pacome Dadier definitely, has more. He's been getting more time, so more than likely to me, he's the favorite. Salute to Sherwin in the building. That 19, 6'9". Yeah, I mean, he has good size. He definitely has good size. I just don't know if Tibbs wants to play him and throw him into the ring. And we didn't see no Jacob Toppin, right? I'm not sure if Toppin still has an injury, but we didn't really see much of Toppin. I know he had some sort of injury. That's why he wasn't playing too much in the preseason. What I can do right quick, let's go to the Knicks depth chart. Because on the Knicks depth chart, they tend to have the injuries. So, as you can see here, well, Miles McBride, he was just resting. They got day-to-day on Precious. Andrew Shaman out. Kevin McCullough Jr. out. I don't even see Toppin on here. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's up with Toppin, but Toppin's a guy, I thought that he would fit lovely into that, just getting some time because he's 6'9". Oh, so Sherman says he don't think Toppin is an NBA player. I think that a lot of these guys could use some more time. By the way, the Yankees is up 8-1. And for those of you guys who care, bottom of the ninth, I got the game on. Hopefully we get this win to make tonight, at least a bittersweet night. But I mean, when you talk about Jacob Toppin, maybe Pacome is better than him. Of course, he's a first-round pick, but I don't know. I wish we would have had Morris, man. I really do wish we would have had Morris, man. He would have been a perfect fit just to substitute and complement Precious at this moment in time. But we don't know what's up with Precious right now. We don't know the severity of his injury. If you guys do hear something, let me know. I just checked my feeder. Nothing new on it right just yet. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts on this preseason game, y'all. That's my thoughts on the preseason game. I mean, it's preseason. And this kid right here, though, George, number 18. Let me tell you something, y'all. This kid right here, we might have passed up on one. I like him, yo. He's giving me two-way vibes, or he's giving me 3-and-D vibes. He plays good defense, right? He was crashing the glass, has decent IQ. He was making some, plays when he had the opportunity. Nice passes. I like this kid. Hopefully, that doesn't come back to bite us, but in Leon Rose we trust. We know how that goes, y'all. Salute to Maxine. Definitely smash the like button as you come in. Let me see. Pacome Dadier can play 3-and-D. He has potential. You think Pacome Dadier has potential to be an all-star? That'd be incredible. Let me jump out of research mode right quick. So I want to shift gears a little bit, y'all. I got some claims, man. Tonight I'm gonna be cooking, man. I'm gonna be in rare form tonight. As some of you guys know, I go in anytime these guys say anything about Knick Nation. The objective fan is here. I'm not tolerating no Knick slight, no Knick disrespect, and I feel like Gil's Arenas cast, they're very disrespectful. Part of the reason why I find them to be disrespectful is because they don't watch Knick games. They don't watch Knick games, and they say things to get clicks and views, viral moments, because they know that we got the most fans, right? They know that we got the most fans. So, let me see. He says Dadier plays some point in Europe. Yes, handle. Well, we don't need him to be a point. We need him to be a 3-4. Showing. We need Dadier to be a 3-4. But yeah, so and another thing too, like with Gil's Arena, they are so hard on guys that didn't play in the NBA, right? They are so hard on guys that didn't play in the NBA. And my thing is that, well, you guys to me are supposed to be the experts, but you guys make so many mistakes on the mic. It seems like you guys could use some help from guys who are analysts, right? It seems like you guys could use some help from guys that do research, because that off the fly, off the top of the head is just not working, y'all. It's just not working. By the way, Yankees up 8-6, bottom. We got one out. So, and they got this Noel kid up. Oh my God. Anyway, so just to give a quick update, I got the game in my corner. So, but they make too many mistakes on Gil's Arena, and some of the things that was said. I got 10 claims here, y'all. I'm gonna go in. By the way, if you like the hats that's on the screen next to me, right here to the right of me or the left of me, definitely check the links out in the description. I'm an affiliate with Lids. They have great discounts on a hat. By the way, the hat that's on the screen right now, you can get that for like $16. You never pay for full price if you use a link in my description. Also, by the way, guys, it's the season's about to start. Get your new hats. I believe I got the link to this hat that I'm wearing today. If you like the basic, blue and orange, you know what I'm saying? And also, by the way, new merch will be here on Monday. I'll let you guys know about that when we do the pod. But back to what I'm talking about, because I just realized I had the hat scrolling. Now, I'm gonna jump into the claims now, because this stuff to me is just asinine, right? So we're gonna start with claim number 1, right? And I'm gonna play it for you guys so you can hear it, and I want you guys to tell me if you can hear this. So it's playing now.
I think both teams won, though, with the trade. I think Minnesota, they got a shooter. Like, they got...
Can you guys hear that? You guys should be able to hear that, because I see it in my system. So this is the first claim, right? And the first claim is, who won the trade between Minnesota and the Knicks? So I'm a play and pause, fair use, play and pause, okay? So let me run it back. All right, so check this out.
I think both teams won, though, with the trade. I think Minnesota, they got a shooter. Like, they got...
By the way, that's Gilbert Arena. That's Brendan Jennings. Sorry, my bad. That's Brendan Jennings that's talking, right? Supposed to be once a Knick, always a Knick. He did play with the Knicks, right? I believe that was, 2015 or something like that? And he's saying that both teams won the trade. Remember, he said that. Remember, he said that. Sherman says the Knicks lost that trade. Okay, we're going to talk about it. All right? Just remember he said that. I'm going to say this right quick. Since Sherman said that he thinks we lost the trade. I'm going to say it's too early to tell. The reason why I say that is because if the Knicks win the championship, how do you say the Knicks lost the trade? If the Wolves win the championship, how do you say the Wolves lost the trade? The only way to know will be to see what happens, right? Because right now, I feel like it's an even trade, to be honest, because I feel like we needed a 5, right? And if this game didn't show you that, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, how comfortable would you be going into the season without a bona fide 5, with Jericho Sims as your only 5 on the team? Okay, but whoever won the trade, that's not even the main crux of this, right? I just want y'all to listen to this, right? Remember Jennings says that.
Nah. Minnesota definitely got a shooter.
They got a.
That's Kenyon Martin, by the way, another Knick, former Knick, once a Knick, always a Knick, right? He actually played with that team. I think he was there for 2 years, but he played with that team that went to the playoffs and they won 54 wins with Melo. That old man team when they had Kidd, they had Rasheed Wallace, right? I think Kirk Thomas was on that team. That was like a real bona fide old man team. So this is Kenyon Martin.
I mean, they got a shooter. I like Randall over there too.
I think Minnesota got the best of the trade. I think Minnesota came out on top.
For sure. I do too.
Because now you get a solid number 2 in Julius Randle when he's healthy. Like you get someone who's walking double-double.
Hold on. So hold up, y'all. Did y'all catch that? So they get a solid number 2.
In Julius Randle when he's healthy. Like you get
a solid number 2. Listen to this.
Someone who's walking double-double.
Mm-hmm. So he says that Julius Randle is a walking double-double, right? Okay, cool. Let's jump into research mode, right? Julius Randle's a walking double-double. Now, I just want to give a disclaimer, right? I got love for my ex-Knick guys, right? This is not to diminish Julius Randle. This is not to diminish Dante DiVincenzo, but I got to go in. He said that Julius Randle is a guaranteed bona fide double-double. All right, so cool. So that means that the analytics should say that, right? Okay, cool. Once again, I'm not trying to knock Julius Randle. So this is basketball reference, Julius Randle's basketball reference, okay? Now, Julius Randle has only averaged a double-double 3 times in his career, right? No, not knocking him, right? He didn't average a double-double last season. Towns didn't average a double-double last season, right? Not knocking Randle. Just showing the facts. He's a 8-year pro, 9-year pro? 9-year pro, right? Okay, cool. He has 3 double-doubles in 9 seasons. Right? Okay. So, or 10 seasons. Because I see one with the Pelicans. So, 10 seasons, right? Let's go to Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, like I said, I know Karl-Anthony Towns, his numbers have been on the decline, right, in recent years. I'm going to get to that. But I do want to look at the double-doubles, right? Because he said that Julius Randle is a walking double-double, right? He's a guaranteed double-double. Well, Julius Randle didn't have a double-double last year. Towns didn't have a double-double last year. However, when you look at, this is Karl-Anthony Towns. Let me just scroll up. This is Karl-Anthony Towns basketball reference. What do you notice here? Karl-Anthony Towns has how many years under his belt? He has 9 seasons under his belt, right? And, hold on, let me scroll up. Sorry. Mouse acting crazy. So he has, 9 seasons under his belt, right? And he has about 5 double-doubles. 6 double-doubles. So 6 out of his 9 years, Karl-Anthony Towns has averaged a double-double. Now, some of you guys might ask, well, if that's the case, and even if you want to give him 2022, because he was at 9.8, right? But let's just keep it at a solid 10, a real 10, right? So he's been that guy, right? For 6 out of the 9 years in his career. But what happened the last 2 years of his career, right? The last 2 to 3 years of his career. Well, the first thing, he got moved from center to power forward. When he's playing power forward, he's on the perimeter defensively, right? So that means that there's less opportunities to get defensive rebounds. Does that make sense? Perfect example. When you look at when he was averaging double-doubles, he was getting 9 defensive rebounds a game, right? This is 2019 when he was an all-star that year. He's getting about 9 defensive rebounds a game. That's 9 just defensive rebounds, right? So the more defensive rebounds you get, right, the greater chance you have at getting the double-double. When you look at the last 2 years of his career, as you can see it right here, I got it highlighted, 6.8 defensive rebounds, 6.5 defensive rebounds. The reason why he has less defensive rebounds is because Towns is on the perimeter, and Rudy Gobert is the rebounding machine, right? Rudy Gobert is one of... So when Towns got moved to the 4, it took away from his rebounding ability. Can we all agree to that? Can we all agree to that? Let me see. Minnesota fleeced the Knicks. The Knicks lost the trade. Randall is more skilled player than Cat. Dante was our sharpshooter. We have way too much money. I'm gonna say, when you say Randall is more skilled than Towns, I don't know if I agree with that. I'm not debating you, but I don't know if I agree with that. Towns does a lot on the offensive end that is really skilled. He is probably one of the best. He probably is the best 7-foot 3-point shooter of all time. His efficiency from downtown is undeniable. You cannot argue it. So when he says he's the best big man shooter, I say from downtown. I'm not going to say from just everywhere. But from downtown, Towns, his 41%, damn near 40%. He's damn near, he's an 87, 50, 40 guy, just under 40, right? That's impressive for a 7-footer. How many 7-footers is doing that for their careers? Not 1 year, for their careers. So I just want to stomp on the whole Randall is a bona fide double-double and Towns is not a double-double. But as you can see, all preseason long, hold on, sorry about that. All preseason long, this is what Towns has been doing on the glass. 12 rebounds. See that? 9 defensive rebounds. This is tonight's game. That just happened. See that? 12 rebounds. Now, it's not rocket science. He's a 5 now. So because he's a 5 and he's matched up with Valanciunas and all these other big 7-footers he's banging in the paint with, he's going to get more rebounds. His career showed you that, right? It showed you that. When you look at his career, when he was a center, he was getting more rebounds. You cannot debate that. You could not deny that. So when Kenyon Martin says that, right, it sounds hot. It sounds good on TV, right? It sounds good on YouTube on a live. But is it factually correct? No, it's not. It's not. And if Randall can get a double-double this year, I give him all the I doubt it. He's got to play with Naz Reid and Gobert. They got to share time at the 4-5. Good luck with that, B. How much minutes did Towns average last year? Towns is averaging 32 minutes a game. This was last year, y'all. How much minutes you think Randall gonna average? Contract year. Let's look at Randall, right? So look, Randall's getting 35 minutes. What happens when you drop Randall's minutes from 35 to 32? I'll take you back to 2020. When you look at 2020, Randall was averaging 19 and just under 10 rebounds a game. I wouldn't be surprised if this is Randall's numbers this year because I'm telling you right now, I doubt Randall gets more than 32.5 minutes a game. I really doubt it. Not with Gobert and Naz Reid. I just don't see it. And last year, they had Gobert, Naz Reid, and Slow-Mo, the kid that went to the Warriors. That's who Towns had the battle with for minutes. So, and clearly that coach doesn't really burn out his big guys like that. He likes to play Naz Reid. Let's pull up Naz Reid's minutes just to have fun. Because I'm not sure how much minutes he gets. Let's look at Naz Reid's minutes. Right? This is the guy that's going to be backing up Randall. Naz Reid is playing 24 minutes. So they had slow-mo. I don't know how much slow-mo minutes he was getting, but he was getting time at that 4-5. Rudy Gobert. So Randall, his production to me will drop. That's just my take. Let me see what you guys talking about in the chat. We talking about Gil's Arena. And we're talking about, hold on, do I got the voice of, no, I deleted it. So yeah, I'm talking about Gilbert Arenas, guys, and the erroneous claims by Kenyon Martin. Once a Knick, always a Knick, supposed to hold us down. He hasn't been holding us down. So I took on claim one. The claim one was, the Wolves won the trade, and the fact that Julius Randle, he's going to be the 2010 guy. Von Allen says, I feel you. I think the familiarity of the core is solid. The new addition of Towns and Bridges is going to need at least months. I don't think it's going to be months, though, Von. I think honestly, 10 games is enough because all they got to do, because their games naturally complement each other. You see what I'm saying? They're all very efficient shooters. Like OG Anunoby's 40% from the corner. Mikal Bridges is like 38% from downtown. Towns is easily 40%. Last year, he shot 41%. So, hold on. Last year, let's look at Towns shooting. This was last year's numbers for Karl-Anthony Towns, by the way. Right? So, Karl-Anthony Towns last year, he shot 41%, right, from downtown. And let's see if I can get the total amount of threes. He shot a total of 130. He made 136 threes for a 7-footer. Like, that's solid as hell. So yeah, that takes me to my next take. We're gonna get to the next take, y'all. I'm gonna move to these claims really kind of fast. So this is claim number 2.
Just something about Karl-Anthony Towns' game, man, that just don't do it for me. Like, I don't.
It's slow.
He do all that and he averaged 22. He take a lot of shots and only average 22 points.
So hold on, y'all. Wait, hold on. He said that Karl-Anthony Towns, he takes a lot of shots and he averages 22 points. Let's play that again.
Just something about Karl-Anthony Towns' game, man, that just don't do it for me. Like, I don't.
It's slow.
He do all that and he averaged 22. He take a lot of shots and only average 22 points.
He takes a lot of shots and he only averages 22 points. Did you guys hear that? This is claim number 2. Karl-Anthony Towns takes a lot of shots and he only averages 22 points. Let me jump back into research mode. Pow. So look, last year, 22 points. He took 15 shots. See that? For his career, he averages about 23 points. By the way, the Yankees won, y'all. Oh, hold on. Whoa. Hold on, New York City. Hold on, New York City. The New York Yankees won, y'all. We got to give a New York City salute to the New York Yankees for holding us down. They're coming back to the Bronx up 3-1. I feel good, man. I feel really good. That made my night. The Yankees got the W because I see them doing the post-game interview. I don't know what the score is because I'm here talking this Knick talk to y'all. But I got to give a salute to these Yankees, man. We need a championship, y'all. Somebody got to bring home the championship. Will it be the Knicks? Will it be the Yankees? Will it be the Liberty? We need a champion. Will it be the Rangers? I don't know. But salute to them, y'all. All right, let me get back to cooking this guy, Kenyon Martin. Get back to cooking this guy, Kenyon Martin. So look. He said that Towns takes too many shots. For his career, he averages 23 points. He's taking 16 shots. He's shooting 52% from the field. He's shooting about 40% from 3. He said he takes a lot of shots, right? This is the expert. We talking about the NBA experts. Kenyon Martin, once a Knick, always a Knick. Karl-Anthony, remember this. He takes a lot of shots. Hold up. Hold up. I'm not clear. You know what? We're not clear. We gotta hear it again. We gotta hear it again. We gotta hear it again. This is what this man said. I just want to make sure we're looking at this correctly, because these guys, they played in the NBA and they know a lot. So we gotta give them the high level of praise. I'm gonna run this back again, because listen to this.
It's just something about Karl-Anthony Towns' game, man, that just don't do it for me. Like, I don't.
It's slow.
He do all that and he averaged 22. You take a
I heard Brandon Jennings. He's slow.
lot of shots and only average 22 points. It's like,
That's still a lot.
Coming off injury in back-to-back years.
not when you.
Wait, he take how many?
It's a lot of jump shots.
No, he scores a 20
There's a lot of jump shots.
into a game.
He scores 22 a night, but it doesn't. What does it do for? Because of how it looks, right?
How it looks.
It's a lot of jump shots. It's a lot of threes.
A lot of threes. A lot of jump shots. A lot of threes. So Towns, I got it right here. We're looking at Towns. He took 5.3 threes a game, right? Made 2.2, shot 41% from three. So let's look at Julius Randle, right? Because Towns takes so many threes, right? He takes too many threes, and Randle, he goes inside, right? Randle, he plays on the inside. All right. So look, let's see how many jump shots Randle took to get his average, right? How much did Randle average last year? Let's pull it up. My mouse is dying. Gotta charge my mouse up. Anyway, look. So look, this is Julius Randle. So you guys know I'm not capping, right? Julius Randle. Okay, cool. Julius Dion Randle. Last year, he averaged 24. He was an all-star. He averaged 24 points, right? He shot, let me get the cursor so you guys can see it. Okay, 24 points, 47% from the field, okay? And he took 18 field goals. 18 field goals a game. Guess what, y'all? He also took 5.3 threes a game. The same exact amount as Towns. He took the same amount of threes as Towns. And check this out. We thought that the 5.3 threes was less threes. Because remember, everybody was getting on Randle because the previous year, he shot 8 threes a game. How many of you guys, Knick guys, right? This is what I'm talking about. Hold on. First off, right now, we cooking right now because these guys are NBA guys. They're experts, right? Right? We got to give ourselves a salute. You know why? Because we watch the Knicks every night. And we understand what's going on in the Knick world. So everybody got on Randle last year and said he took too many, not last year, in 2023, we all got on Randle. He took too many threes. Julius Randle shot 8 threes a game, 8.3 threes a game on 34% shooting. How many of you guys remember that? So then Randle said, you know what? I'm going to make it an initiative to attack the basket more. And in attacking the basket more, I'm going to shoot less threes. He took 3 less threes. What the hell is Kenyon Martin talking about? They're talking hot air. There is no substance there. They're freestyling on the mic. I don't freestyle on the mic. That's why I go into research mode. Because I need to see, okay, make sure I'm on point. I put it on the screen so you can see it. Towns takes too many threes. It's the way it looks. Randle takes the same amount of threes as Towns, and he shoots at a less percentage. Last year, Randle took 5.3 threes a game. He only made 1.7, and he shot 31% from three-point land. This is not a knock on Randle. This is to expose these NBA guys that's supposed to know everything, that think they know what they're talking about, but they don't watch New York Knicks basketball. That's what this is about. By the way, salute to Sam in the building. We give a New York City salute. That's my New York City salute, y'all. Salute to Sam in the building, one of the Discord. Sam says Kenyon has no facts. Facts! He's talking about his feelings. So, all right, Sam, if we're going to talk about our feelings, why do they get on the mic and act like they're speaking the Holy Grail? Like, why do they act like they the ones, they got all the science and the facts? And then they get on people that didn't play the game. Why is that? There's more. Hold on, y'all. There's more. There's more. Let me get my mouse together.
Yeah.
You know what? The way he plays the game is the way they think you should play it now. He either dunking or he's shooting a three.
Yeah.
Like that.
Hold on. Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? Hold on. Listen to it again, y'all. Listen to it again. This is very important. This is what we talking about, making up stuff on the mic. And I'm going to move on to the next one.
He either dunking or he's shooting a three.
Yeah.
Like that is there's no.
So Towns, he's either dunking or he's shooting the three. Did y'all catch that? Karl-Anthony Towns, all he does, he dunks and he shoots threes. Kenyon Martin does not watch the New York Knicks play basketball. If he watches the Knicks, he watches them on Christmas. He watches them, when they're on TNT. And then he watched the one game that was on with Minnesota on ESPN. That's the only Knicks games he watches. That's the only games he's watching. And clearly he don't watch Minnesota games. So look, I'm in research mode, right? We're going to do this like this. Because they keep stats, they keep track of stats on everything, right? So NBA.com has literally a stat for everything. They document all the stats. They'll tell you how much a guy shot from 20 feet out, 24. Do you guys see this? 20 feet out, 15 to 19 feet, 10 to 14 feet, right? They tell you all of that stuff. He said that all Towns do is he dunks and he shoots threes. By the way, y'all, this is the shot type summary on NBA.com. Karl-Anthony, and this is, by the way, let me scroll up. There's no cap in my raps. This is the 23-24 season, last year with the Timberwolves. Okay? So this is what Towns played, 62 games, right? Okay, it's cool. So Towns played about 62 games. Now look, this is how many dunks he had. He made 35 dunks. He attempted 41 for the year. So Karl-Anthony Towns, 35 made. So maybe Kenyon Martin is watching highlights of Karl-Anthony Towns, right? Because that's way less than one dunk a game. Karl-Anthony Towns clearly does not dunk like that. Clearly doesn't dunk like that, right? No in-between game, right? No in-between game. What are we talking about? Look, you can see mid-range, right? In the paint. So he dunked it 35 times, right? And look, he has 112 in the paint area shots, 196 restricted area shots that he made. Okay? So what are we talking about? Where's the dunking and threes? Most of his shots are like near the restricted area. Most of his shots come from, look at where most of his shots come from. Less than 5 feet, 5 to 9 feet, 10 to 14 feet. That's where most of Karl-Anthony Towns' shot is within 14 feet. Not behind the three-point line. That's cap. Let me see what you guys talking about in the chat. Yeah, Immortal Cuts. I'm just getting started. This is only the second claim. I'm gonna listen, y'all. Let me tell y'all something, y'all. When it comes to this Knicks, man, this is why you guys subscribe to the channel, man. This is why you guys subscribe to the channel. I am not letting none of these dudes fly. I'm not letting none of these dudes fly. They get on the mic, they talk they crap, and nobody checks them. They know they're NBA guys and they know more than us. And if you didn't play the game, you don't know nothing. Right? I don't know nothing. I didn't play in the NBA. Okay. But I tell you what, like my shirt say, I bleed orange and blue. I've been watching the Knicks for 30 years. I'm watching every game. I watch every game twice. So after this live stream tonight, I got to go back and watch the preseason game again. Because I didn't even catch the second half. just to see things I may have missed. So if you ain't watching the Knicks like that, I don't want to hear you talk about the Knicks since we're going to take that stance. I don't believe in you have to be this to do this because a lot of these NBA guys, they're not good on the mic. They don't got what it takes to talk this talk. Yeah, they played the game. I'm going to give you an example. You see that bald-headed guy out of Chicago. His name will not be mentioned on this channel, but he played in the 90s and the 80s. He stole our hearts and our dreams from us. That guy, as amazing as he was on the NBA, he's not good at nothing else. Nothing else. He's a horrible GM. Horrible president. Did you see some of the moves that he made? One of the worst owners in terms of performance in the league. His teams never do nothing. But he was a great player. Just because you're a great player, that doesn't mean that you know everything that comes to the game in terms of being able to work in the other areas of the game. So yes, I do think that they have talent, but I do think that they be just on the mic, just freestyling. Because it's a check. Let me get to claim 3, y'all. Let me get to claim 3. Let me see. Am I done with claim 2? Hold on. There might be some more here. Let me see.
In between with him.
So Cat played 62 games last year, averaged 15 shots a game, but 5 threes per game.
By the way, salute to Joe Tsai. You see Joe Tsai coming with the stats? Joe Tsai be on there with the laptop helping these guys because they mess up every day. Listen,
There's no
Joe Tsai.
in between with him.
So Cat played 62 games last year, averaged 15 shots a game, but 5 threes per game.
Yeah.
30 shots coming from beyond the arc.
5 threes a game, right?
He's a black dirt.
Yeah, no.
Ooh, yeah, what?
He's
No.
like,
All right, I don't even want to
No,
even listen. I don't even want to touch that whole black dirt thing. I'm gonna move to the next claim. I'm gonna move to the next claim. These guys, it's ridiculous. It gets worse though, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna continue. This is claim number 3.
It's a jump shot. Like, that's all.
How much do you think Cat will move the needle for the Knicks in the East this season? Obviously, Hartenstein went over to the Thunder. We said they had a big man issue they need to address. Mitchell Robinson.
I mean, you lose 2 big men to grab one.
Yeah, that's a step back.
So hold on. He said we lose 2 big men to grab one. Hold on. Let's run it back.
In the East this season, obviously, Hartenstein went over to the Thunder.
Hold on. This is Gilbert Arenas talking, by the way.
We said they had a big man issue they need to address. Mitchell Robinson.
I mean, you lose 2 big men to grab one.
Yeah, that's a step back.
Then you got 3 centers coming off the bench. Yeah.
He said you lost 2 centers to grab one, but then you have 3 centers coming off the bench. What is he talking about? We lost. Okay, hold on. All right, just basic logic here, right? If you lose 2 centers to get one, and we know that Towns is better than any center we've had since Ewing. If you want to debate that, we can. Karl-Anthony Towns at the 5 is the best 5 we had since Patrick Ewing. That's not a debate. Y'all may not like it. Y'all may not care for it. But Karl-Anthony Towns is the best 5 we had since Ewing. So if he says we lost 2 centers to get one who's our best center since Ewing, but we have 3 centers on the bench. I mean, it's not true. Never acquiesce to a false premise. That's a logical fallacy. We have 2 centers off the bench, right? 1.5, right? Well, Mitch is not there. Okay, all right, Jericho Sims is a center. I'm not going to diss him. You got Mitchell Robinson and Jericho Sims. Now, they could start Mitch and move Towns to the 4. I don't know. We got to see what happens when Mitch comes back. I don't know. The bottom line is, and then Kenyon Martin, too, under his breath, is saying, you guys took a step back. How do you take a step back? Okay, so if I have to consolidate 2 centers, listen to the logic. If I have to consolidate 2 centers to get one, and this center is the best center since our best center of all time, right? but I still got 3 centers off the bench. Wouldn't that mean that I had to make the move? Because according to your logic, I would have had 5 centers. I got 4 now. I'm just saying, like, how does that even make sense? Like, these guys just be talking just to talk. One more time.
It's a jump shot. Like, that's all.
How much do you think Cat will move the needle for the Knicks in the East this season? Obviously, Hartenstein went over to the Thunder. We said they had a big man issue they need to address. Mitchell Robinson.
I mean, you lose.
It's a step back. From what? Isaiah Hartenstein? We had Isaiah Hartenstein. He started most of the games. We lose Hartenstein. We get Towns. How is that a step back? Huh? Like, are you Yo, I swear, I didn't make this stuff up.
Lose 2 big men to grab one.
Yeah, that's a step back.
Then you got 3 centers and 3 centers coming off the bench. Yeah.
You lose 2 centers to get one, and then you got 3 centers come off the bench. Why even say that? That's claim 2. I mean, I'm sorry, that's claim 3. Let me see what you guys talking about in the chat, y'all. Yo, this is laughable, man. But yo, these guys, oh yeah, by the way, Sam, salute to Sam in the building, right? He said, didn't Gill say the Knicks need to move Randall? Facts. I'm getting to that. And Brandon Jennings said that too, right? Remember, claim 1, Brandon Jennings said both teams won the trade. Remember, he said that in the beginning of the clip. Now, the clip and the claims are in like time order. So claim 1 happened earlier in the video, then claim 2 followed. So I didn't, I'm not mixing things up. All right. So it's in time order. Let me see what else. I was just at the Wiz game tonight. I'll watch again tomorrow. Oh, salute Mortal Cuts is all good. But the trade itself makes perfect sense. Have you watched our offense and defenses? Randall's departure. Yo, Knicks 100, we're going to get the defense. Trust me. Right? I'm cooking right now. We're going to get the defense because they talk about and honestly, the claims get even more crazy, y'all. But yo, this next claim is a petty claim. I ain't going to lie. This next claim, I could have left this out, but I got to put it to rest. So we're going to jump. This is claim number 4, y'all. All right?
Now that means your best player at 5'10", 5'11", 6'1", right? I just give him the benefit of the doubt, 6'1".
Did y'all hear that? I'm going to play it one more time.
Now that means your best player at 5'10", 5'11", 6'1", right? I just give him the benefit of the doubt, 6'1".
Who you guys think he's talking about? Your best player is 5'11". No, 5'10", 5'11". No, I give you 6'1". Who do you think he's talking about? I told y'all, right? To all you guys that's been following the channel. If I hear the size narrative one more time, I'm going to flip my lid. I am tired of people talking about Jalen Brunson being undersized. It's cap. Don't fall for it. Don't let them feed you that crap. He's the only point guard that gets the too small narrative. No one else gets it. Garland, who else? Trae Young. He never hear them saying he's too small to do nothing, right? He took the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals, and he just gets high praise ever since. I've never heard Gil's Arena say that Trae Young is too small. Never heard them say that. Ja Morant is the same size as Jalen Brunson. But you know what? Since we being petty, we got to jump into research mode. This is a petty one. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of people saying that Jalen Brunson is 5'11". Okay. Basketball Reference, right? Jalen Brunson, 6'2". Okay. See that? This is Basketball Reference. Okay, cool. Doing this for Gil. This is ESPN. Okay. Jalen Brunson, 6'2". See that? Jalen Brunson, 6'2". Okay. I'm going to go to NBA.com. Jalen Brunson, 6'2". Not 5'10". Jalen Brunson, 6'2". We're going to ask Google right now. Right now, how tall is Jalen Brunson? Google, Jalen Brunson is 6'2". Tyrese Maxey is 6'2". I've never heard them say Tyrese Maxey is too small. I never heard them say that. I'm tired of them. Bro, listen, guys, hold on, y'all. Let's calm down. If Doris Burke says he's a bit undersized one more time this year, I swear to God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just tired of it. It's exhausting at this point. Jalen Brunson is 6'2". Can we all agree? Everybody out there, and this is not to you guys. I'm just letting you know they have these silly narratives, and it's just stupid. Brunson is 5'10", 5'11". Okay, I'll give him 6'1". Dude, he's 6'2". Never heard them say John Moran is too small. He's a bit undersized. You've never heard them say that. Never. Not one time. Like I said, I admit that was a petty one. But I'm just tired of it. And they do it every episode. And they do it to undermine. Right? This is the big issue. They do it to undermine Jalen Brunson's greatness. And that's the problem. Rarely do they do it to give him his props. Doris Burke tries to do that, but it's just ridiculous at this point. I want to hear John Morant is a bit undersized. That's all. I want to hear these other guys. I want to hear Tyrese Maxey. He's a bit undersized. I want to hear that. And they got Maxey as a point guard, shooting guard over here on whatever is this. I don't know what this is. It doesn't even matter. Let me move forward. This is the next claim, y'all. Crazy, right? Spider 6'3". Yeah, Spider 6'3", but he's a 2 guard. Spider's not a point guard. Isaiah Thomas was 6'1". I don't know about Isaiah Thomas. He might have been like 5'11". That's a joke. That's a joke. He might have been 6'1" too. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the next claim, y'all. Go to the next claim. So we're gonna go to claim number 5.
Like I said, it was a good trade for Minnesota. Like, I really like it for Minnesota. I really don't know what it does for the Knicks.
Yo, so where do you see the Knicks now, though? You see the Knicks still being top 3?
No.
Hold up, y'all. Did y'all catch that? Yo, Kenyon Martin, this guy has a job talking basketball, and he gets on a podcast and says this. Let me run it back. This is what he said. These guys get paid to talk basketball.
Like I said, it was a good trade for Minnesota. Like, I really like it for Minnesota. I really don't know what it does for the Knicks.
Yo, so where do you...
Hold up. Before I even get to the claim, let me tell you what... all right, Kenyon, since you oblivious, right? And I'm glad that you at least admit that you don't know something because, to be honest, the way you're speaking, you're telling me that you don't really know nothing at all. So let me tell you what the trade does for us. We had a really good team coming into the season. Everybody thought that we did shows talking about we could get 60 wins, right? The one thing that everyone said we need to address is the center spot. At the time, it was the backup center spot because we didn't know Mitchell Robinson was not going to be there. We all thought that Mitchell Robinson was going to be ready and available to play, right? That's what we all thought until we got the report. And isn't it ironic that shortly after we get the report, Mitch is not going to come back to December, January. The trade happens literally within a week's time. You think that's a coincidence? We did the trade because we needed a center. It's not rocket science. The trade balances the team out. But Gil said we already had 5 centers. So we lost 2 to get 1. That didn't make no sense. We traded a power forward and we traded a 2 guard. We traded from our strength, which is from 1 to 4. We took 2 pieces from those positions to get a 5. the best 5 we had since Patrick Ewing. I don't know what this trade does for you. You don't know what's going on with Knicks basketball. You should not talk about the Knicks. I'm going to keep it real. You shouldn't be talking about this. You don't know what the hell you're talking about, bro. And it's very frustrating. But I tell you what, I will come on Level Net Knicks Talk and set all you guys straight. All you got to do is watch my video and I'll get you right. So you got to do, just come watch my video, I'll get you right. Because you clearly don't know what the hell you talk about. So that's not even a claim. I just wanted to let him know what it does for us. All right? So let me run it back.
Minnesota, I don't know what, I really don't know what it does for the Knicks.
Yo, so where do you see the Knicks now, though? You see the Knicks still being top 3?
No. No.
I don't think so. I mean, they did the
I don't
trade,
think
but
so.
I don't
think so.
I don't think they go top 3 now.
So hold on.
Like I said, it was a good trade for Minnesota.
So
I
Brandon
really like
Jennings he's a funny character, right? Because Brandon Jennings is on the record saying that, oh, if the Knicks want to do better, they got to move Randall. Now they move Randall. Oh, they're not going to be top 3. So I just believe, honestly, Brandon Jennings has his mind made up that the Knicks are not going to be a good team. And that's fine. Just stand on your ground. Don't change. And he does that a lot. He's a flip-flopper. He never stays in, like, he'll come into the take, right? And he'll have one position. And by the end of the take, he'll have a whole nother position. And it's not because he's level-headed necessarily and, you know, the information is so profound that, oh, wow, I didn't know that because I did research and now I'm profound by your research. Let me change. It's no, I don't do research. So if you come with research, I'm going to change because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Then he asked a leading question to a guy, that's another guy that's been bashing the Knicks. And this is great for reviews and ratings. Because every time they do this, they put out a clip with a sensational headline. Oh, the Knicks, Gil's Arena slams Knicks, or Gil's Arena says this about Knicks. It's always in big, you know, big the thumbnail, the Knicks this, right? Okay, cool. So, yeah, now you got my attention. All right? Now you got my attention. So, as far as the Knicks being top 3, I've gone on record by saying that the trade to me balances the team out because sometimes balance is just where you need to go with. Now, I had high hopes with Dante and Randall, and I have high hopes with Towns. I don't know how much that elevates us. It might. I don't know. But I know that we needed a center. And for us to go and get the best center since Ewing, that's a A1 trade. Now, as far as top 3, I can't think of 2 teams, 3 teams especially, that I'm putting ahead of the Knicks. I give you Boston because they won the championship. But we did a level-headed Knicks talk breaking down all of the competition. We seen Philadelphia. We seen Paul George buckle the knee. Philadelphia, they injury prone. They could say we injury prone, but we know for a fact Philadelphia, they get hurt at the wrong time every time. I have no concerns about Philly. Even if they are healthy, they're going to have their hands full with us. They got a whole bunch of small guards. They look like Minnesota and the Liberty. All them small guards out there, yo. They got 6'2". This is Gilbert Arenas, right? 6'1", 6'2", when he's talking about Nova Boys, right? Yo, that's really Philadelphia. They got 6'2", 6'3", 6 feet. They got mad small guards, B. How they gonna match up with us? Who's guarding Mikal Bridges or OG Anunoby? That's what I want to know. Who's guarding them? Let alone Brunson. I mean, we already know they're gonna put Kelly Oubre on him. But yo, Roommates Podcast, by the way, let me get my soundboard. Salute to Roommates Podcast. Right? New York Roommates Podcast, they dropped the interview with Karl-Anthony Towns today on their YouTube. Check it out. It's really good. I gotta watch it again. But they said something. They had a stat in there about Karl-Anthony Towns being like the best scorer of being the screener in the pick and roll. And it's funny how they said that about Towns, and I said I think honestly, Brunson and Towns pick and roll is going to be the best in the league. I just think that they can do so much off the pick and roll. I mean, who's as good as Karl-Anthony Towns? Think about this. Who's as good as Karl-Anthony Towns diving off the pick and popping off the pick? You got guys that are really good at rolling off the pick, right? You got guys that's really good at popping, like KP, right? Even Jokic and Embiid, but they ain't shooting 41% from downtown. That's something that we definitely know. So Karl-Anthony Towns, to me, is so dynamic. You put him with Brunson, and man, you already know what Brunson could do. Brunson could score. He can set up other guys. I mean, he could set up Towns. Towns could pop back. I mean, it's just the sky's the limit. It's a very dangerous attack. I'm just letting you know. And Philadelphia definitely doesn't. What they got to answer that? How they gonna guard pick and roll with Towns and Brunson? How they gonna do that? How Milwaukee gonna do it? How Milwaukee gonna guard it? What's the other top teams? We could go through them. Cleveland got them small. They got Max Strus 6'5", Gilbert Arenas 6'4", 6'3", 6'2". How they guarding us? How they guarding us with Garland and Mitchell and Strus? Who playing defense? Who's guarding who? Yeah, they got Mobley and Allen, but they don't use Mobley right. And guess what? I have no faith in Cleveland. First of all, I have no faith in Cleveland anyway. Let's just get out. Cleveland Guardians, Cleveland Browns, Cleveland Cavaliers, Cleveland period. I have no faith in none of those teams. We could go through the entire Eastern Conference. None of these teams ain't got no smoke for us. I don't care what you thinking, because there was a brother on the chat earlier today, can't remember his name. He was saying the Knicks are in trouble. How? Why? Why do you think that? Because we lost one preseason game? Why do you think that? If Towns or Brunson or any of the top 5 guys don't go down, we'll be all right with the rest of the guys. All we need is guys to step up. That's it. We're going to be all right. But the whole top 3 claim, I mean, listen, it's all subjective. We did a show on this stuff. My thing is, when you say you don't know what it does for the Knicks, that's just crazy to me. Yo, Knicks 100. Let me see what you guys talking about in the chat. I'll move to the next point. But Knicks 100, I'm going to talk about defense. What did you take away from the preseason? You know what I took away from the preseason? I'm going to answer that. I know that was for Von Allen. I honestly took away from the preseason that it's going to take a little bit more time than I thought. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take... Honestly, I thought that coming into the season, I'm like, yeah, we're going to beat Boston and we're going to go like 3-1 in our first 4 games. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we go 2-2. Only because I feel like for them to get comfortable, that might take time. You know what I'm saying? Like that really might take time. Now, I don't think it's going to take months. I think that it might take 10 games, of just them really having like real serious game action. Because you're in the fire. The first 4 games, you already know who we got, right? I got the schedule here. I think I know we got the Boston first. By the way, we're doing the live watch party, play-by-play right here on the channel. Watch the game with me, right? Because it's going to be on TNT. So anytime a game is not on MSG, I do a live play-by-play watch along. So be on the lookout for that Tuesday at 7:30. So we got Boston, we got Indiana, we got Cleveland, and we got Miami. So we're in the gauntlet the first 4 games. Now, I do think we still can go 3-1, but being that these teams hate us, it's going to be harder. Like, anytime you're going against rivals, it's harder. And they started us with 4 rivals off the rip. The NBA, they ain't got no love for us. Like Snoop Dogg said when he was at the Source Awards in New York back in '94, you ain't got love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. They ain't got no love for us. So it's always going to be hard. You understand? But I think we'll be all right. I say if we may be 6-4, 7-3 in the first 10 games. So the preseason taught me that I think we're gonna need a little bit more time just to get the guys really tight. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what else you guys talking about before I move on. Wolves will move him if they need cash. Are you talking about Randall? Yeah, I agree with that. I do think Nas Reed, but also, you know what though, Vaughn? Randall could be, Gobert. They could move Gobert too by the deadline. Like if Minnesota is not balling, they might move Gobert by the deadline. I could see that. I could realistically see that. All right, let me jump into the next claim, y'all. I'm telling you right now, Knicks 100, this is what you've been waiting for. This right here. We're going to talk about defense.
They could survive.
Not top 3 though.
So last season,
you got Boston, you got Philly.
But you get worse defensively.
Did y'all hear that? Let me play it again, y'all.
They could survive.
Not top 3 though.
So last season,
you got Boston, you got Philly.
But you get worse defensively.
Kenyon Martin said, hold on. Kenyon Martin, the NBA expert, said, but y'all get worse defensively. This man actually got on national TV. Okay, not national TV. YouTube, the YouTube streets, and said that the Knicks got worse defensively. How did the Knicks get worse defensively? Is Towns not a better defender than Randall? Now look, salute the coach. Salute to Coach, because Coach was the first one to talk about Towns. And I was like, yeah, but I got Randall, and I was on my Randall bag. Salute to Randall. Salute to both guys, you know. But I gave Towns his props then. I said, yo, Towns is a better defender. You can't deny it. You can't argue it. It's not a debate. So how do you get the best center you had since Ewing, who's better defensively, and you lose a guy who's not as good defensively? Not that he's a liability, but how do you become worse on defense? That's just crazy to me. Not to mention, you got OG Anunoby, right? How many of you guys remember how bad the Knicks was, or how mid, not bad, I'm going to say how mid the Knicks was right before OG got there? Didn't OG take us from like 15, 18 or something like that defensively to like top 10 defensively? Did we lose OG Anunoby, or is OG Anunoby still on the team? I repeat, like, how do we get worse when we traded for the guy that made us better? Individually came, defensive numbers shot up. We did not lose him. We paid him, extended him. Now he's going to be here for the long haul. Then we went and got another guy that's all NBA defense. And he lives to play defense. And he's actually 6'6", 6'7". Gil's Arena say Mikal Bridges is 6'8". Okay, so I'm going to use the Gil's Arena stat. We got a dude that's 6'8". We got another dude that's 6'8", according to Gil's Arenas. And they both play defense. How in the hell are we worse defensively? I didn't make this up. He actually said this. Kenyon Martin.
Not top 3 though.
So last season,
you got Boston, you got Philly.
But you get worse defensively.
You get worse defensively. Hold on. I'm not done. I got part 2 to this. This is claim number 6. You get worse defensively. This is part 2 to this claim.
Man, hey, they was getting out. Them boys playing defense yesterday, man. I don't know.
yeah, I saw and putting in work in the preseason.
What's his name got in foul trouble early, McDaniel.
He said them boys were getting after it. He's talking about Minnesota in a preseason game. You see? But these guys are, okay, hold up, y'all. These guys are NBA aficionados. They know the game. They study the league. They played years, so they know all of this stuff. But he's judging this off a preseason game. It makes sense now. Towns is taking too many shots because we know Towns wasn't knocking down the 3-ball in the preseason. He's looking at preseason stats and he's coming to conclusions based off that. But if I pull up regular season stats, right, like I can right now, hold on. If I pull up regular season stats, right, I'm in research mode. If I go to Karl-Anthony Towns and I look at his regular season numbers, forget his preseason numbers. This is what he's doing in regular season. He's shooting 5.3 threes a game like Randall, right? But he's shooting a whole 10% better than Randall. He's shooting 41% from downtown. Randall shoots 31% from downtown. I'm not capping. I had it right here. This is Julius Randle. So you won't think I'm capping. Julius Dion Randle, okay? I'm going to scroll down. He shot 5.33 games last year, 5.3 threes, and he shot 31%. Huh? Like, what are you talking about? Man, yo. Let me play this. Hold on. Let me run this back.
They was getting out. Them boys playing defense yesterday, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw and putting in work. In
No,
the
what's his name
preseason
got in foul trouble early. McDaniels got in foul trouble, so he had to guard Jalen Brunson.
And Julius is there now with his toughness.
Gonna be all right.
He gonna buy
They're
in.
they're gonna be
good.
really
They're gonna
good
buy in.
defensively.
Hey, hold on. Hold on, yo, check this out. Hold on. Did y'all catch that? Is this not laughable? Listen.
Julius is there now with his toughness.
Hey, hold on. Let me give it some more space. Hold on.
So he had to guard Jalen Brunson.
And Julius is there now with his toughness.
And Julius is there now with his toughness.
Gonna be all right.
He gonna buy
They're
in.
gonna be
good.
really
They're gonna
good
buy in.
defensively.
They're going to be really
Listen,
good
man. Hey.
defensively. So hold on.
They was getting out of them.
Salute to Julius Randle. I'm like, once again, I am not sliding my Knicks. Once a Knick, always a Knick. This is not to put down Julius Randle, right? This is not to put down Dante DiVincenzo, right? We haven't even talked about Dante like that. The Wolves was number 1 defensively last year. They were the best team in the league defensively. So they're going to be good. Like, that's not, like, okay, what are you saying? So how are they going to be good defensively getting Julius Randle? They got the defensive player of the year. They got McDaniel, who was also the second defensive team last year. How are they getting better? By the way, let me pause. We got a chat from Sam, super chat from Sam. Salute to Sam. He said Kenyon's son plays for Philly. Facts. Big facts. That's why he's so big on Philly. Philly's the second best team in the East. Really? Philly is the second best team. He's so hard for Philly. That's why. Salute to Sam with the super chat. I appreciate the super chats. All super chats get read. Priority. I appreciate it. Help support the channel. But let me cook. So Julius Randle, he's tough. The Wolves are going to be good defensively. That's not a debate. But Towns, we're going to be worse. We're going to be worse defensively with Towns, who's the better defender. If you don't believe me, let me show you. So Julius Randle, this is his stat muse. Now, you guys know I do not care about advanced stats. I cannot stand it. I use it sometimes. Some advanced stats are good, but most of them are trash, and they just want to show, not trash, but most of them are, you can manipulate it to try to make somebody a good player that's not that good. Julius Randle, this is his defensive stats. Not the greatest, right? Total 110. Not top tier. But this is Julius Randle's defensive rating for his career, okay? I'm going to pull up Karl-Anthony Towns' defensive rating. Okay? This is Karl-Anthony Towns' defensive rating. Clearly he's better than Randle. So how do I trade a guy that is better defensively, right, for a guy who's not as good defensively, who's really good but not a really good defender, but I'm going to get worse defensively? This is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. They be capping. They get on the mic and they just talk trash. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take your video, I'm going to cut it up into 10 claims, and I'm going to tear it down bit by bit. I'm going to do it every time. I enjoy doing this stuff, but you sound foolish. You do. It's crazy. I'm going to go to the next claim, y'all.
Yeah.
So Knicks made it to the second round, lost to the Pacers in 7. Timberwolves made it to the Western Conference Finals. Who do you see making a deeper playoff run as currently assembled between those two teams?
Timberwolves.
I think T-Wolves.
So you think T-Wolves get over the hump?
Look, there's a chance the Knicks could lose in the first round. Depends on the matchup.
I think T-Wolves.
Hold on. Now, I don't care about who makes it further. Not there to debate that. That's their opinion, right? I'm the objective fan.
Conference
Say what
Finals,
you
who do you
want.
see making a deeper playoff run as currently assembled between those two teams?
Timberwolves.
I think T-Wolves.
So you think
So they could think that. I disagree. They can think that.
T-Wolves get over the hump?
Look, there's a chance the Knicks could lose in the first round. Depends on
That's the claim. I'll play it again.
T-Wolves get over the hump?
Look, there's a chance the Knicks could lose in the first round. Depends on the matchup.
There's a chance the Knicks can lose in the first round. I'm going to play it to the end.
Look, there's a chance the Knicks could lose in the first round. Depends on the matchup.
Okay, but you okay. So
It could be a 4-5 matchup, right?
It could be a 4 or 5 matchup. So, all right, cool. So Knicks could lose in the first round. Y'all buying that? Y'all jacking that? We ain't losing the first round in years. How many years ago since the Knicks lost in the first round? Like 4 years? We going on our 4-year anniversary? 3 to 4 years? Huh? That's what we talking about? I'm going to pull up the NBA, right? We're going to go to the standings, right? And I want to look at these teams, right? That's going to bump us from the playoffs, right? Look, we're going by preseason stats, y'all. We're going to use preseason, because that's what Kenyon Martin using. So let's use preseason stats. Right now, the Knicks is the #1 team in the East right now. We 4-1, right? Golden State #1 in the West. They 5-0. Preseason, nah, we ain't using those goddamn preseason stats. We're not going to be like the NBA guys. We're going to use regular season stats. I'm going to use last year because this season ain't started yet. Now, my top 8, I think is changing. I think my top 8 going to change, but this show's not about that. I'm going to keep the top 8 that we got right there, as you can see on the screen, right? Let's have fun with Kenyon and them, right? Let's say we slide to the 4th seed, and let's put Philly, right? They like Philly. We're going to put Philly and Milwaukee as 2 and 3. Let's slide everybody else down, and we're going to put us at the 4th spot. So now we got the Cavs in the first round. How many of you guys are scared that the Cavs will beat us in the first round? Who really thinks that the Cavaliers, the Cleveland Guardians, the Cleveland Browns, right? The Cleveland Cavaliers, any goddamn Cleveland team is going to beat us in the first round? Okay, let's take the Cavaliers out. Let's put the Magic there. Boom. You guys think that the Magic is like, are we really scared of these teams? We clearly know that we're better than these teams. Clearly. We're going to lose in the first round, Kenyon? The Knicks, they may lose in the first round. We ain't losing the first round in like 3-4 years. The hell is he talking about? We made our team better. How are we going to... Oh, hold on, y'all. Did we not get better? I thought that the team was better. How do we go backwards and now we're going to lose in the first round? Yeah, the East got teams, right? A lot of these teams are solid. But unless like there's a Jalen Brunson, that's the only way we losing. But we're not going to put injuries on reality, right? Because we don't know. So we always going to want to hope for the best. Just like I don't want to see Philly hurt. I just know they're going to be hurt, but I don't want to see them hurt. But at the same time, what makes you think that these teams, Indiana, Miami, especially Miami, I mean, we could look at depth. Yo, these teams, guys, I'm going to keep it real, y'all. I'm so confident in these Knicks. Bro, 60 wins, man. Like I'm really at 60 wins. Only thing stopping us is injuries. That's it. But I'm not going to sit here and worry about it. Who going to sit here and worry about injuries, man? We're going to enjoy the show. That's what we're going to do. So, yeah, that's that claim, man. Let me move forward. I'm going to jump to the next claim. This is claim number 8. Y'all going to like this one.
To his point, I think like this is a prime example. You sitting around overdoing your job, right?
Overdoing your job.
You're overdoing it. Like it was fine.
Hold on. We sit. Ooh, hold up. Y'all need to catch this. Y'all need to catch this. Who do you think he's talking about when he says this? I'm going to run it back. This is claim number 8. All right? My mouse is bugging out. Hold on. This is claim number 8, right?
To his point, I think like this is a prime example. You sitting around overdoing your job, right?
Overdoing your job.
You're overdoing it. Like it was fine. You don't know what you're going to look like to your opponent.
Hold on. Did he just say it was fine? Did they just say that you're overdoing it? It was fine. Talking about the Knicks, the trade. You're doing too much. It was fine. How was it fine when you guys never had us as a top 4 team? They never had us as a top 3 team. So we had to do something to get better, right? You guys never had us in high regard. So to say that it was fine, like what, you just want us to be in mediocrity according to your standard? I'm just saying, I'm using his own logic. Kenyon Martin never had the Knicks higher than 4 or 5. To him, the Knicks was a 4 or 5 team. Same thing with the other guy, Mr. Jennings. The only 2 Knicks guys on the panel don't got the Knicks high. But Gil and Rashad McCants, he is riding with the Knicks this year. Salute to Rashad McCants. And Gil's kind of like on the fence. But Gil was like, yeah, they could be top 3, right? They could be top 3. But listen to this.
Sitting around overdoing your job, right?
Overdoing your job.
You're overdoing it. Like it was fine. You don't know what you're going to look like to your opponent with Julius Randle. You can always move.
Yeah.
So now he's going to talk about Randle, right? So you could always move Randle. Listen.
You can always do whatever you was going to do with Julius Randle, right? Mm-hmm. He's got 1 more year on his deal, right?
So he's going to last year of his deal. Obviously, there was a talk about extension, but just not knowing what the...
See, they got to go to the non-NBA guy to get the facts. Peep that? The non-NBA guy has to get the NBA guys in line. The NBA guys that's supposed to know, yes, Immortal Cuts, Leon Rose, the NBA guys, right, they supposed to have all the knowledge. They got the non-NBA guy that keeps them in line. Salute to Joe side because Joe side knows the hell's going on.
Future hold ups, and this got a lot of bread tied
so
up.
You can always trade deadline or before, let the season go, see how, if it ain't meshing, then you make that move. But I think you're overdoing it at this point.
So he thinks that Leon Rose was overdoing it by moving on Julius Randle. Let me say this. First off, you already know how we get down on this channel. This is a Knick channel, by the way, right? So, in Leon Rose, we trust. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's the New York City salute. First off, I already broke down why the trade happened. Because clearly he doesn't know why the trade happened. 2 things happened. And Josh Hart, he made a joke about this. Isaiah Hartenstein is the guy that they wanted to sign. Isaiah Hartenstein decides to go to, by the way, prayers to Isaiah Hartenstein. He fractured his hand. He's going to miss probably the first 6 weeks of the season. If you guys don't know, Isaiah Hartenstein fractured his hand. He's going to miss the first 6 weeks of the season. So I don't know how that's going to turn out for him because if OKC is rolling, I don't know if they go, do you then go back and start Isaiah Hartenstein? If the OKC is hot and they're like 10-1, and let's say Hartenstein's ready to come back, do you go to Hartenstein? I don't know. Don't know. Not my team. Not my business. But that guy decides to go leave and go to OKC, right? He decides that he gonna get more money over there. That's where he wants to go. Okay, cool. So we're down one center. Mitchell Robinson, we thought, hey, everybody thought, yo, he might be back for the season. Very few people. There were a couple of people that said, oh, Mitch, I don't know. But there was no reports on it. Okay, so Mitchell Robinson, we get the report December, January. Now that's two centers down. You don't have a starting center. Those were your two centers for the last 2 years. You have Jericho Sims. Do you guys trust Jericho Sims? Do you guys want Jericho Sims to be your starting center? How many of you guys on the stream would have been cool with Jericho Sims, Julius Randle, and the boys? They had to make a move. It wasn't because he wanted to mess with the team. It's because we needed a center. Leon Rose is not just tinkering with nothing. They wanted to hold on to Dante. The Knicks never wanted to trade Dante. They only traded Dante because they wanted to get Towns. Minnesota was not buckling. They tried. The reports came out. They wanted to trade Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle for Towns, especially because the money matched up, right? And if they would have did that, if Minnesota would have accepted that trade, it would have been a lot easier for us to keep Marcus Morris. We would have had an extra $3 million. But then, because that didn't happen, we had to go and do the stuff that we had, the manipulation that we had to do, because we could have easily waived another thing too. Instead of waiving Morris, we could have waived the kid from the Nets. What's his name? Jope, whatever his name was. He would have got waived. And they could have kept Morris, right? And then maybe Shaman doesn't get hurt. Now you would have had that. Whatever. It didn't happen. Bottom line is, they did not want to trade Dante DiVincenzo. Dante DiVincenzo is a casualty of, yeah, we have to make a splash right now. We got to go get the best center we've ever had since Patrick Ewing. Let me see what you guys talking about. Salute the Quiet Money in the building. New York City salute. Again, Cat isn't replacing Randall. He's replacing iHeart. Facts. There you go. Salute to LA Ice. Let's go Knicks. Definitely. We traded Randall because we played the rest of the season well without him. Well, maybe that might have been part of it too. But I also do think that the Knicks didn't want to give Randall the bag coming off the injury. Not that they wouldn't have gave it to him. I really do believe they wanted to see. But once Mitch went down, once Mitch was confirmed that he was not going to be there, they had to do something. But the rumor is they did try to trade Mitch already too. That's a rumor. That's a report. But I know that the purpose of the report is that they didn't want to trade Dante. So I disagree with Kenyon again that he's not doing this just to play around with the lineup, right? He's not just in the lab like, oh, I got to do an experiment. No, he did it for a purpose. That the NBA guy who knows the NBA, right? He's supposed to know this. They're the expert. They played the game. That's what they say. I'm going to move to the ninth claim. This will be the second to last claim. And hold on. Let me, because my mouse is bugging out. Hold on 1 second. Let me get my claims window back. So yeah, we're working our way. This is the second to last claim. If it plays, hold on. All right, it's playing now.
Is it the DiVincenzo part that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is it that part that?
It's that part I don't like that they gave up. I don't like the Knicks gave up Dante.
Hold on. Did Jennings just say that, y'all? Hold on, let's run that back, y'all. This is claim number 9.
Is it the DiVincenzo part that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is it that part that?
It's that part I don't like that they gave up. I don't like the Knicks gave up Dante.
Hold on. That's what he just said, right? All right. So hold on. Remember he said that, right? What about when Brandon Jennings said this?
I think both teams won though with the trade.
What about when he said that?
With the trade. I think
hold on.
Minnesota,
You
they
read it
got
back?
I think both teams won, though, with the trade.
I think both
think
teams
Minnesota,
won
they
with the
gotta shoot.
trade, right? That's what he said, right? So then if Brandon Jennings said, I think both teams won with the trade, how do you
Is it
follow
the
up with this?
DiVincenzo part? Is it the DiVincenzo part that?
Yeah.
Like,
it's
you know what
that
I mean?
part.
Is it that part that
It's that
just
part
like,
I don't like that they gave up the. I don't like the Knicks gave up Dante. I just.
Yo, you know what's funny about this? And it's the Isaiah Hartenstein effect as well. Last year at this time, right? Brandon Jennings, Kenyon Martin, nor anybody else that's not Knicks fans would have ever even mentioned Dante DiVincenzo's name nor Isaiah Hartenstein's name on a basketball show. Now, oh, Dante. Everybody knows Dante. And by the way, hold on. We're going to pop our collars. New York City salute. That's what we do. And see, in New York, you come here, you ball out for 1 year, now you a household name. Now everybody knows who Deuce McBride is. Now, oh, it's Dante. But I guarantee you, if we go back 1 year, these guys never even mentioned these guys' names. Yes, I wanted to see the Nova Boys. I did every show, Nova Boys. Every show, Nova Boys. We all did. We Knicks fans, though. We understand it. Yes, I wanted to see that. But at the end of the day, I understand that. All right, guys. When I look at this trade, I don't look at Towns for Randall and Dante. I look at it like this. We got Towns and Mikal Bridges. Because when I look at the additions from the subtractions, those are the main additions and the main subtractions. Yes, we got rookies and we got other, we got campaign, right? But when I look at the main additions and the main subtractions, I'm looking at Dante, and you can add Hartenstein. Go ahead, whatever. Hartenstein, Randall, Dante, right? But remember, Isaiah Hartenstein walked, so he wasn't traded. When I look at the trade, I look at it as you get Towns and Bridges for Randall, Dante, a bunch of dudes that went to the Hornets that wasn't going to make the team, a dude from the Nets who, what the hell was he going to do, and Bojan. That's how I look at the trade. You improve your center spot dramatically because we know that Hartenstein and Mitch is not on Towns' level. Not a debate. And you improve your two-guard position because Mikal Bridges is better than Dante. He's a better Nova boy than Dante. It's the truth. He's a better defender. He's all-NBA defense. You enhance your team. You got to give up something to get something. I hate to break it. It's sad. We love Dante. I love Dante. I love Randall, too. I was one of the main guys defending Randall. I didn't I didn't cheer when they traded Randall. Like, yeah, get him out of here. I was like, damn, it's a surprise, but it's business. And once I see, this is why this is level-headed Knicks talk, because I got to talk sense sometimes to when we get off track, and we lose our objectivity. Right? I lost it for a second tonight. When the Liberty lost, I ain't gonna lie, that killed my night. I wanted to win the championship right then and there. They lost. But I get over it just like that. And I know I got this show, and then the Yankees is playing. Hey, maybe the Yankees get the win, and guess what? The Yankees got the win. So we got to stay level-headed. We lost Dante, but it's not the end of the world, y'all. We wasn't championship contenders because of Isaiah Hartenstein and Dante DiVincenzo. Can we at least agree for that? That's all I'm saying. Let me see. Immortal Cuss again. Cat is in place. Randall's playing our heart. Traded Randall. Okay, cool. Not yet, not true. Oh, by the way, salute the Sporting Page. Sporting Page. I'm gonna send you a DM on Twitter. Because I have a schedule. I'm gonna let you know my schedule. You want to know my schedule? So going forward, you'll be able to see. By the way, and that's another thing too. I want to announce. You'll see all of my live shows. I'm gonna be booking out live shows for a month now. So you'll be able to see when you click to the live. You'll be able to see. When you go to the video section and then you see the live videos, you'll be able to see all my future shows. So yeah, I got you, Sporting Page. Be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna hit you up on the private message. But yeah. So yeah, Dante was sad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't want to hear these guys who are not Knicks fans talking about Dante DiVincenzo because y'all wasn't talking about Isaiah Hartenstein and Dante DiVincenzo last year. Y'all wasn't.
Yeah, because I don't.
But I knew that.
Cat don't. If you would have got somebody else for DiVincenzo, I would have been like, nah.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Listen to what Kenyon Martin says.
I knew that.
Cat don't. If you would have got somebody else for DiVincenzo, I would have been like, nah.
So wait a minute. We all love Dante DiVincenzo. I gotta take my time. I'm not trying to bash Dante. He's a solid player. He was there for us. But when you make a statement like, we should have got something, Dante DiVincenzo never won nothing in his career. He was never six man. He never won any award. Karl-Anthony Towns' accolades is crazy. They said it on the Roommates podcast. He's the only 7-footer to ever win the skills competition and the three-point competition. I mean, whatever trivial stats or trivial award you want to look at to the major awards, Towns has it. He's a 4-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA. This man, who never even mentioned Dante DiVincenzo's name last year, is now saying we should have got something besides a 4-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA, the best center we ever had since Ewing. We should have got something else. What else you gonna get? Hold on, baby, hold on. Listen to this man again.
Cat don't. If you would have got somebody else for DiVincenzo, I would have been like, nah.
If we would have got somebody else for Dante DiVincenzo, who else are we getting that's gonna be better than Towns? Who you gonna get for Dante DiVincenzo that's better than Towns? Yo, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry I'm yelling. Honestly, guys, this stuff it makes me cringe, man. I'm gonna try to tone it down. My family is sleeping. It's 1 o'clock. I'm a vampire. I'm up till like 3, 4 every damn near every night. So I'm turned up. But I mean, come on, guys.
Cat just don't do it for me, man. I don't know what it is about his game, whatever. When it's time, it just don't.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what, Kenyon Martin, man? I always looked at Kenyon as a real one. I'm not gonna cap. But I'm starting to think you a hater, bro. Like, because we went through all these claims, and when you think about it, he doesn't have not one good point about Karl-Anthony Towns. He did not say one good, like, damn, you know what? That was a good point. Like, he didn't have not one point in all the clips that I played that you could really sit there and say, yo, Kenyon Martin is dropping the science right now. He's not. He is not. He is bugging, bro. Like, and like I said, they get on YouTube. Oh, by the way, I forgot to shout out my man. Salute to Big Dog Talk Sports. I will be on his podcast this Sunday. Catch me on there, Big Dog Talk Sports. He comes on the channel. We're going to be talking about NBA previews. I promise. When I talk about these NBA previews, I'm not going to be saying stuff like this. I promise you I'm not. I'm just saying. Now, yo, guys, this last claim, I'm going to play it like 3 times. Knicks fans, be prepared for the craziest claim of I promise you, this next claim from Kenyon Martin is going to be the craziest claim you've heard all night. I guarantee it. Here it goes.
Do you feel like this is Do you feel like this is a worse starting five than what they had last season?
Yes, exclamation point.
Okay. That's why we ask questions.
No. Yeah, they definitely got the best starting on them.
Our resident Knicks fan, you supportive of that starting five?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you feel like this is a worse starting five than what they had last season?
Yes, exclamation point.
Okay. That's why we ask questions.
No. Yeah, they definitely got the
Do you feel like this is a worse starting five than what they had last season?
Yes, exclamation point.
Okay.
All right, I got to cook. He said that this is the worst. The Knicks starting five is worse this year than last year. I played it 3 times because I'm in disbelief. He really knows nothing about the Knicks. If he gonna get on the mic and say that this starting five is worse than last year's starting five, where do I begin? I beat the Towns out the park. I'm a Yankee tonight. I hit the Towns. The Towns best setter, says Ewing, hit that out the park. So we already know the 5 spot, we're way better. Randall was there 46 games. So half the year, I give you the 4. The other half of the year is the same now. OG Anunoby, right? Or Precious, or Deuce, or Hart. I mean, last year's starting lineup is better than this year's lineup. So I give last year the power forward. I give him the power forward. OG was only playing 20 games. You had RJ Barrett. Are you taking RJ Barrett and Quentin Grimes over Mikal Bridges? Like this really, and we know one thing. Whether he plays 82 games or not, he gonna be there. It ain't gonna be Mikal missing like 20 games. That's not happening. He might miss 1 or 2 games for the first time in his career. Possibly. Possible. But I'm taking the Mikal Bridges over RJ and the crew. Okay? OG was only there 10 games at the 3, right? The rest of the year, he was a 4. Okay, cool. So this year, we give the 3. 2-guard position was in flux. Now, Dante was nice. He held it down for 63 games. But I'm taking Josh Hart, y'all. I think Josh Hart does more than what Dante does. Dante is a great 3-point shooter. Not taking it away from him, that's what Dante does. And to be honest, Dante this year, right, he's going to do more probably in Minnesota because you see him bringing up the ball. He didn't do that in New York. Besides, if I take away the 3 ball from Dante and you take away rebounding from Hart, to me, Hart defense, Hart's ability to score, Hart's ability to make plays, to me, I'm taking that over Dante. And then Brunson's Brunson. So for him to say that the lineup is worse this year than last year, I mean, that's crap, bro. Then if I really want to get funky with you, I can go with OG at the 3, and I could go Mikal at the 2. And then that really shuts the lineup out. And then I give you the 4. I give you Randall and company at the 4 and Precious at the 4. But every other position we better. So what is he talking about, bro? How is the lineup last year? Okay, guys, who started? This is a Knicks show. This is why this is laughable. We know that last year it was RJ Barrett. It was Evan Fournier. It was Jalen Brunson, right? It was Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson. That was your starting lineup to begin the year last year. Man, listen, yo. Wait, first off, we gotta give a New York City salute because this brother right here, that's the New York City salute. Salute the Big Dog Talk Sports in the building. Definitely salute to you, brother. This is a late night show. I will be on this brother's channel. He's in the chat. Go to his channel, subscribe. Big Dog Talk Sports. Sunday, we got an NBA show. We're gonna be giving predictions, right? I think I got my notes here of the things we're gonna be talking about. It's gonna be an action-packed show, man. We're gonna do predictions. We're gonna talk about award predictions. We're gonna give predictions who's gonna make the playoffs, who's gonna be in the finals, and just giving our predictions like a season preview show. And I promise you, I do research. I'm not gonna get on the mic. I'm not gonna just make stuff up. I'm not just gonna say stuff because I'm not gonna get on the mic and say stuff like this. I promise you, I'm not gonna
Do
do
you
this.
feel like this is a worse starting five than what they had last season?
Yes, exclamation point.
I'm not gonna say stuff like that. He said yes, exclamation point. I promise you, I'm gonna do research, and I may be wrong, but I'm not gonna sound like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna sound like that. Yeah, man. Salute the Big Dog. You getting your sports ready? Your notes ready too? Yeah, man. I mean, listen. I don't get on this mic. Everything I do on this mic is very structured because I know that you're gonna play it back, and people could critique me, and I just don't want. And then if I do make mistakes, salute to the chat. My chat is knowledgeable enough to correct me in real time. That's why I do this. Look, to show you that I'm not BSing. I do this. Bam, research mode. Put everything on the screen. So now if I talk about what we did last year, we went 50-32. We second in the East, right? We was we had the number 2 best opponent point per game in the East, right? Right here. Boom. See? I mean, I'm sorry, in the league. See that? Bam. It's us, then Miami, and then if you go to the West Coast, Minnesota, they had the best opponent points, right? So that's what I'll do. See? Bam, put it on the screen, Minnesota, right? And they also was the number 1 defense. Simple, yo. That's why I stay in research mode. Because it's very easy to make mistakes on the mic. But this is not a mistake on the mic. This is just blasphemy on the goddamn mic. This is, see, if they wasn't so like boastful, like, oh yeah, we NBA guys, so because we play in the NBA, we know everything. We know most things. We know a lot of things. And, you never played in the league. Right? And I'm going to say this. Every time that, like, it's not good to argue from that perspective because when you put up standards like that, you shouldn't talk about this because you didn't play in the league. There's always a barrier. Because now I can say, okay, I'm in the NBA, right? Cool. So now, if you didn't make All-NBA team, you can't talk because you wasn't All-NBA team. Now, how many guys can't talk about basketball? Oh, that's cute that you was All-NBA team, right? You made 1 All-NBA team. But if you wasn't an All-Star and make 5 All-NBA teams, then you can't. See, there's always a barrier. Then, oh, that's cute. You won All-NBA, right? You an All-Star, but you didn't win a championship. So now that you didn't win a championship, you can't talk about it. Like, I could do that. Then you get to Jordan level and you say, well, if you ain't the GOAT, I mean, how far you want to go? It's ridiculous, man. And that's why I go so hard. If they were humble with it, I mean, I still would go at them. But I'm just saying, like, it's crap to me, yo. And salute them brothers. I'm not saying they don't know about the game of basketball. Like, they'll tell you about it, all the different pick and rolls, drag screens. Oh, they're running this play. That's fantastic. But you see, when you take the analyst job, just because you played the game, that doesn't make you an analyst. That doesn't make you an analyst. You have to have talent to get on this mic. And a lot of these guys are just not talented. They just sounds like fools. And then they get clicks and views. And that goes viral. And you know what I'm saying? They don't even watch the game. All Karl-Anthony Towns does is dunk and shoot threes. Okay, let's go to his shots. Let's see what he's doing. It shows you how many hook shots he takes. It shows you how many shots he shot from 15 to 19 feet, right? 10 to 14 feet. I'm just saying. You don't just go up there and just say, oh, because it looks a certain way. Yeah, Kenyon Wildin, man. Salute to you, Ice. Salute to you, Ice, man. I mean, that's all the claims, but, you know, this is what I do, man. My job is to enhance the fan experience, right? That's one of my jobs. So I take you to a place, and like Still Nick fans, by the way, salute to Still Nick fan. He always say, it's like, I like the way you try to make people think. That's what I want to do. But while I'm making you think, we're going to go in research mode and get a source for our claims. You know, while we here, let's see if there's any news on Precious Achua. Right? Let's see if anything came out, because I hope he's okay, man. Let me see. 4 hours ago, still nothing really. Yeah, nothing really on Precious right now. We'll keep an eye on that, because he got hurt. Hopefully it's nothing. Maybe no news is good news. We'll see. But yeah, man, that's all I got for you, man. I got a lot going on. Definitely check out Big Dog Talk Sports. I will be on there Sunday, right? I believe around 1 o'clock, right? I think that's the time of the show. Monday, be right here. This week inside the New York Knicks. The final episode of the preseason edition. This week inside the New York Knicks. It's going to be a good one. I'll probably talk more about the game and stuff like that, and just the news that happened throughout the week and whatever pops up by Monday. Hopefully it's good news. And then on Tuesday, we got the live play-by-play, y'all. New York City salute. The season is back. I'm excited. I'm tired of preseason basketball. I want to see the real thing. I'm happy. So watch the game with me. You know it's going to be on TNT. So, you know, you watch on mute, I watch on mute. I give you the play-by-play commentary. It's really fun. I do my research. You know, I try to give you the Knick experience that you deserve. So we ain't got to listen to Charles Barkley and Shaq and all the, oh my God, bro. I mean, the commentary is just, yeah, they just, anyway. And then you know what's crazy about them? They actually got analysts and people. They got people there that do research and stuff like that. And they still go on TV and say crap. I just, you know what I mean? At least TNT, they got the official people back there. They got the stat man. They got Ernie Johnson, who is the best, right? Ernie is the best at his job. But, and they still say stupid stuff. But anyway, to save you from having to watch that, watch the games with me. So anytime the game is not on MSG, I will do the live play-by-plays, because I don't want to watch the game on TNT. I'd rather watch the game with us, and we could talk, right? And by the way, become a channel member as well. If you join the channel, it comes with a lot of perks, a lot of benefits. You know, we got one of the things I'm getting ready to do, y'all. To all of you guys that love to, you know, play fantasy sports, or you like to gamble, you like to do pick'ems and stuff like that, definitely take the time. Become a member. I'm getting ready to do the live parlay shows, the parlay builder shows, so we can try to make some money together, make these picks together. The only way to get that is to become a member. We also have a Discord server. By the way, Knicks will be chanced. I'm not sure if you're in the Discord. I'll put up another link tonight for the members, so you can join the Discord server. We got a 24/7 Knicks chat. I'm gonna do random giveaways, because I am a Lids affiliate, right? That's why I got the Lids hats scrolling on the side here. You know, if you want to support the channel another way, just by supporting the team, click on one of my links. All my links are in the description to each one of these hats. And, you know, it helps grow the channel, man. So definitely, y'all. Yes, we're going to come. Big Dog, what time on Sunday? Is it 1 o'clock Eastern, or 12 o'clock. I can't remember. I believe it's 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If I'm not mistaken, we're going to be on Big Dog Talk Sports. Oh, yeah, 1:15 Eastern Standard Time. So definitely check it out, man. Young says Kenyon been throwing salt for a minute. That's a fact. And I don't understand why. Oh, and yes, Knicks will be champs. Hit the like and subscribe button, man. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Hit the likes. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You're now rocking with the most popping Knicks YouTube channel on the net. All right? So that's all I got. I mean, Kenyon. But hold on. Whoa. New Lord said Kenyon right, though. Hold on. Before I end the show, wait a minute. New Lord, what is he right about? I got time for this. Because I ain't going to bed till like 4 o'clock. So, New Lord, what is Kenyon right about? Knicks had respect the way they was building the team for the few years, and through it all, that was a way for a cat. Threw it all away for a cat. Can we talk about that for a second, New Lord? I like this. What did we throw away for a cat? Let's start there. What did we throw away for a cat? Can you be more specific? We threw it all away. What is throwing it all away? I got time for the smoke, y'all. Let's go. I want to see what New Lord talking about. I love pushback. Let me see what New Lord talking about. Matter of fact, make sure he ain't in the live chat. I'm going to put it on live chat so I can see all the chats. Let's go. I'm ready, New Lord. What did we throw away? We lost too much after Hartenstein lost. Okay, so let's talk about Isaiah Hartenstein. We lost too much for Isaiah Hartenstein, and this is why I jump into research mode, y'all. So we're going to talk about this loss. By the way, I guarantee you, New Lord, if you're not a Knicks fan, right? I guarantee you wasn't talking about Isaiah Hartenstein this time last year. I just guarantee it. But since we lost Isaiah Hartenstein, right? And he was a big loss, right? I want to talk about what we lost. Now, to all my regulars here, y'all already know we've been through this down the road. This is why this is level-headed Knicks talk, right? So this is what we lost, y'all, okay? This is his career, okay? For his career, he averages 6 points, barely 6 rebounds. Is this what we lost? We lost 6.6 rebounds. Okay, you want to just stick to last year's stats? We'll just stick to last year's stats. Okay, cool. So this is what Isaiah Hartenstein averaged last year. Okay, he played 75 games. Salute to the brother, right? I give an arrow. I'm not here to bash nobody. I'm having a conversation with the brother here. He said we lost Isaiah Hartenstein. Isaiah Hartenstein averaged about 7.8 points, gave us 8.3 rebounds, right? He's a career backup that did start at 49 games. I know his numbers as a starter. In his 49 games that he started, I don't got it on the screen, but he averaged 9.5 points, 8.5 rebounds. So we lost a whopping 9.5, 8.5. Now, I have a question for you, New Lord. I have a question for you. Did you believe that the reason why the Knicks was going to go to the championship or the Knicks was going to have success, did you believe that Isaiah Hartenstein would be the main focal point in winning that championship? Let's start there. Did you believe that Isaiah Hartenstein, his 7.8 points, his 8.3 rebounds, did you believe that that was what we needed? Losing that now, we won't get to the promised land. Did you really believe that? Let me see. After losing Hartenstein, you don't trade away Julius and Dante DiVincenzo. You keep them at all costs. Thank you, Big Dog Talk Sport. They talk about losing Isaiah Hartenstein as if it was using Patrick Ewing. Now, look, Big Dog Talk Sports. None of these guys was talking about Dante DiVincenzo and Isaiah Hartenstein at this time last year. They only started talking about them because New York City, by the way, New York City stand up. New York City salute. They only started talking about them because they had one solid year in New York City. One solid year anywhere else will not get you the light that it's going to give you in New York City. Now, everybody talk about, oh, well, you lost Isaiah Hartenstein. We lost 7.8 points, 8.5 rebounds. I'm tired of it. I was arguing every day with people on TikTok about losing Isaiah Hartenstein. Why is Isaiah Hartenstein, right, the career backup, as coach calls him, why does he compromise our championship aspirations? Is he the reason why OKC gonna win the championship? Is he the reason why OKC gonna be number one in the West? Did they not do that last year? He's gonna help them be a better rebounding team. Okay, that's fine. But do you say, oh yeah, OKC, they got Isaiah Hartenstein, so now they're gonna win the championship? Now, I want to touch on his other claim. He said hold on, where's it at? He said after losing Hartenstein, you don't trade away Julius and Dante DiVincenzo. I kind of addressed this earlier, so I'm going to try to say it a little differently. I'm going to say this. The Knicks did not want to trade Dante DiVincenzo. They wanted to trade, this is what reports said, they wanted to trade Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle for Towns. Minnesota did not want Mitchell Robinson, right? They wanted Dante DiVincenzo. Once we got news that Mitchell Robinson is going to be out from December to January, that's when the Knicks got on the horn. In fact, the Knicks, they tried to get another center. They didn't, Towns, yes, they tried to get, the rumor had it, they did try to get Towns, but Minnesota turned it down. Okay, cool. They did try to get another center. They were trying to get Walker Kessler. They were trying to get Nick Richards. There were a couple of different guys that the Knicks were trying to get. For whatever reason, couldn't get them. Okay, cool. So now, because the Knicks couldn't get these guys, they revisited the Minnesota conversation, and Minnesota said, hey, we'll do the deal, but we want Dante DiVincenzo. So the Knicks decided, we already got a whole bunch of guys that's 6'4". That's what I wanted to say earlier. I forgot. How many guys on the Knicks is 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", that do the damn near the same thing Dante DiVincenzo do? At this point, Dante DiVincenzo in our lineup is a dime a dozen. We got a whole bunch of Dante DiVincenzos in our lineup. You got Mikal Bridges shooting 38% from downtown. He's a little taller. Got Josh Hart, 6'4". I'm not saying he shoots like Dante, but he plays defense. You got Deuce McBride, 6'3". Campaign, 6'3". How many guys do we need that's 6'3", 6'4"? We traded from our strength to address our weakness, was the 5 spot. You said we lost Hartenstein. But Hartenstein, yes, losing him, we wanted him, but he's gone. But the real blow, the real reason why the trade happened is because Mitchell Robinson was not ready. More than likely, if Mitchell Robinson was ready, they probably don't do the Towns trade. That's why Dante left. We have a whole bunch of Dantes. I'm not saying they going to put up 200 and some threes, but you got guys that can do what Dante does. What is it that Dante does that we don't have? Dante, he shoots threes. We got a whole bunch of three-point shooters. What are we talking about? Oh, you lost Dante. I love Dante. Love Randall. I love all our guys. But we're not going to sit here and act like it's the end-all, be-all. Like we don't got a whole bunch of Dantes on the team. We got a whole bunch of guys that do what Dante does. I named like 5 of them. We didn't need to have Dante if you can get a player like Towns. That's the logic. Let me see. New Lord, and no, Hartenstein was a small factor, but he was a factor to the Knicks' success, brother. I mean, okay, everybody's a small factor to the Knicks' success. Precious Achiuwa was a small factor to the Knicks' success, right? Who else was coming off the bench? I mean, Deuce McBride was a small factor to the Knicks' success. Okay, I mean, what's the point? And then how do you say that? Okay, Isaiah Hartenstein was a big deal. Now you're changing your tune, New Lord, which is cool. It's level-headed Knicks talk. Seemed like a reasonable guy, but let's not act like we didn't get the best center that we've had since Patrick Ewing in this trade. You can't name a better center since Patrick Ewing. And we can, if New Lord, if you want to go through every single year, we can. Tyson Chandler is not it, bro. He's not it. I love Tyson Chandler. New York City, salute to Tyson Chandler. I'm not even going to name nobody else. Eddie Curry. What center we had that's on Towns level, yo? Come on. You get somebody who was an All-NBA twice as a center, who was averaging 26 and 12, 25 and 12 as a 5. What was he doing all preseason? I don't care about preseason stats. I really don't. But wasn't he getting like 12 rebounds a game in the preseason? Is that not a prelude to what he's going to do in the regular season? Karl-Anthony Towns is better than every center we had last year. That's a fact. We didn't want Mitchell Robinson to not be ready. We was hoping he was ready. He wasn't. Your strength was 1 through 4. You had plenty of guys that can play at that position. Power forward, let me just say this. Oh, because Julius Randle this. Okay, cool. I love Julius Randle. Most pure power forward in basketball. But let's keep it funky. When you look at the power forward position, you don't have real power forwards anymore. All the real power forwards are centers now. Anthony Davis, Sabonis. There's a plethora of guys that play the 5 that really were 4s, but now they're 5s. Karl-Anthony Towns is a 5 who played 4. He's really a 5. Pascal Siakam is a 3. Jason Tatum is a 3. They played a 4. The 4 is the weakest position in basketball. Can we agree to that? So yes, Randle was important, I love Randle, but let's keep it real. The power forward position is the weakest position in basketball. It's the weakest position. You can put anybody at power forward. All the best power forwards are not power forwards. They're not. You got small forwards and centers, or guys that could be centers playing power forward. Mostly small forwards are playing power forward. That's why OG at the 4 it can work. I like Precious, but OG at the 4 can work. I'm just saying. Let me see what you're talking about, New Lord. Oh, yeah, don't forget JB at 5'10", Sam. Yeah, salute to Sam. Yeah, JB, he's 5'10". He's 5'10", yeah. Yeah, Gilbert Arenas. We know he's 5'10". Dottie may be a star. Yes, and you know what? Knicks will be champs. You're not the only one that said that. A couple of guys were saying that they think Dottie could be that dude. I hope it's possible. I don't know. I hope it's possible. Towns is overpaid. Valanciunas, he's not that good at the 5. So what are you trying to say? Please don't. Oh, my God. Hold on. So are you trying to say that Valanciunas, hold on, let's go to research mode. So now we're going to look at, so see, this is my problem, right? And this is the Kenyon Martin effect, right? Blame Kenyon Martin for this, because this is what Kenyon Martin does. Kenyon Martin gets paid to talk basketball, right? And what he going to do is, he not even going to watch the game. He going to go to the box score, right? Because I got to still, remember, when I get off this live, I got to watch this Knick game again, the whole game. He's not doing that. He going to go to the box score and say, well, Valanciunas, right? Valanciunas didn't even have a good game, so I don't even know why he's bringing up Valanciunas, right? And he only played 16 minutes. So he's bringing up Valanciunas. Why? I don't even know why you're bringing up Valanciunas, to be honest. Towns had 22 and 12 since we care about preseason stats. What are you saying? What are we talking about? Mark my words, y'all. I think that Towns is going to average over 10 rebounds a game this year. I think that's a fair prediction. I really do. I think that Towns, the evidence just, all right, if you just joined the stream, I talked about this earlier, but we got guys in the chat that disagree. That's fine. But look at Towns' number. This is when he was a 5. Okay? Look at this. I got the highlighter over. You see that? 12.3, 12.3, 12.4. This is when he was a 5. Okay? 24 points. And, not as many three-point attempts, but the bottom line is he was a 5. That's why he was getting the boards. The reason why his boards dropped is because these is Rudy Gobert's years. Rudy Gobert was dominating the glass. Karl-Anthony Towns is playing the 4. He's guarding 4s, like we just said. 4s are on the perimeter. So Karl-Anthony Towns is not in position to get defensive rebounds. That's why his rebounds dropped. Okay? It's very simple. I guess it's not simple for everybody. But, what's the point with Valanciunas? Let's see what he's saying. New Lord. Why are we talking? God, all right, guys. Why are we talking about preseason games? As if, those stats matter. It's preseason. Let me see. Sam says the narrative that Randall wasn't a good fit with JB and Mikal. Yeah, I'm not buying that either, Sam. I never said that. Once again, I'm the guy who said this, and you could put me on record. I don't think this trade makes the Knicks better. Just like I don't think the trade makes the Wolves better. The Wolves was number 1 in defense last year. What they gonna do? They're gonna be number 1 again? Does that make them better? If both teams didn't do the trade, right? If both teams didn't do the trade and the Knicks went and got a Walker Kessler-like center, you don't think the Knicks would be good with Randall and Mikal and OG and Brunson? The lineup would be better than last year for sure. If Randall is here, right, and Dante off the bench, the Knicks will be good. But at the same time, I don't think that the Knicks is going to be worse now with Cat. I think that Cat balances the team out. They needed balance, not necessarily to get better. They just needed a 5. So you traded a 4 and another 2 to get a 5. Makes sense to me. So yeah, I might say I never bought that Randall wasn't a good fit. I'm with you, Sam. We ride it. Whoa, New Lord. Ooh, I love this. Yo, New Lord, man, where were you 2 hours ago, man? You keeping me up. I'm up, but you keeping me on the live show. I don't mind it, but I'm just going to let you know, you're talking to the objective fan. I'm going to cook. All right? So you say you think that Towns shoots too many threes. I disagree. Here's why. Number one, if he shoot, all right, so I said this earlier. I'm going to bring back the same argument I had earlier, right? I'm going to go to Julius Randle first. This is for you, New Lord, because I don't think you was here earlier, and that's fine. I don't mind repeating myself. Do you remember, New Lord? I'm not sure if you're a Knicks fan. I don't think you're a Knicks fan, but I'm just going to educate you. In 2023, Julius Randle shot 8.3 threes a game. You see that? Got it highlighted in the yellow. Okay? Now, when Julius Randle shot the 8.3 threes a game, everybody felt like it was too many threes, and he only shot 34%. Last year, Julius Randle made a conscious effort to drop his threes down, and everybody felt like Randle was playing better, and his three-point percentage, everything was going up, but he got hurt. He only played 46 games. So I do think that his percentages was getting better, and it probably would be a better look if Randle would have stayed healthy. Nonetheless, he didn't. But people were okay with his 5.3 attempts. Okay? Let me shift over to Karl-Anthony Towns. Let me just scroll up so you can see I don't got cap in my raps. This is Karl-Anthony Towns, right? Okay, cool. Last year, when Karl-Anthony Towns was a 4, playing like a 2 guard, he shot 5.3 threes. You see that? The same amount as Randall. He shot the same amount as Randall, but he also shot 10% better than Randall. Karl-Anthony Towns shoots 41% from downtown. He's always in the top 5 to 10 in three-point shooting bigs that shoot 50 or more. Karl-Anthony Towns is the best shooting center in NBA history. It's not a debate. You're not going to see too many 7-footers shooting 40% from 3 for their careers. At the clip, he's shooting it too, right? That's another thing. At the clip, he's shooting it. So look, when you look at his totals, Karl-Anthony Towns is shooting 300 threes a year when he doesn't get hurt. Of course, this year he only played 29 games, but he's doing it shooting over 300 threes, making over 120 threes. You see that? Look at his shooting. Look at the clip. See that? That's incredible for a 7-footer. Okay? So I'm going to say this. I don't think Towns needs to shoot less threes. If he shoots 5 threes a game, I'm cool with that. I think that anything more than that will be excessive. But if he can shoot 5 threes a game again and make 41%, I'm good with that. Because here's another thing too, why I don't mind it. I felt like the reason why Kenyon Martin and at times I was getting on Cat too was because he always had size mismatches. Karl-Anthony Towns, as a power forward, had size mismatches. And I felt like he did not exploit it enough because you don't have too many real power forwards in basketball. So a lot of times, Towns has a guy that's 6'7" on him, 6'8" on him. You're 7 foot, go down low. Now that he's a 5, he's going to be matched up against 5. So now if he plays more on the perimeter or plays on the perimeter, he's going to cook these 5s. They can't guard him. So his advantage is a lot better at the 5 spot. So I want him to get some threes up because those guys ain't guarding him out there. Did you see the other game? Was that the game against Washington again? Hold on. The third game they played. The third game they played, was that against Minnesota? I'm going to tell you right now. It was one of those games the Knicks played where Karl-Anthony Towns was shooting threes off the dribble. He caught the ball. It might have been off a pop. He caught the ball, and then he took the dude off the dribble. I'm not sure if he made the shot. Might have been against Minnesota. Can't remember. Might have been against Minnesota. Let me just see real quickly. I did take notes, too. It would be in my notes, but don't feel like really looking it up. But let me see if he shot better. Oh, he shot 2 of 6 from 3. Bottom line is, Karl-Anthony Towns can shoot off the dribble from downtown. Let that sink in. Meaning that if he catches the ball, he's not like KP. KP's not shooting off the dribble. KP catches the ball, the shot's going up. That's it. He's not dynamic off the dribble. Karl-Anthony Towns is dynamic off the dribble. At the 5, it's a damn near cheat code. So, yeah. Let me see. You know what? Knicks will be champs. I'm riding with you with that. Knicks will be champs says you can't run Cat at the primary 5 on defense all night. But you see, Knicks will be champs, and you're on every live. So you know what my solution was for that. I agree. I think that if I was running the lineup, I would put Precious at the 4, and I would give Precious the tougher assignments. That's what I would do. I would give Cat the lighter assignment. So, like, perfect example. So, like, if we play in Washington, right, and I got Valanciunas and Sarr, I would put Towns on Sarr and put Precious on Valanciunas because Precious likes to bang. That's his job. That's what I would do. I ain't the coach. But yeah, I would have a aggressive 4 out there with Towns. I agree. I agree with that. Knicks would be chance. But I'm saying on the offensive end, oh my God, those 5s are getting cooked. Let me see what else we talking about. Where you at, New Lord? Let me see. Cat shot corner 3s. He's not shooting those now. 43% corner 3s. You know we got research mode, right? Let me see if what you're saying is right. You might be right. Let me see. We got all the. By the way, this is no cap in my raps. This is Karl-Anthony Towns. This is last season. Okay, so you said that he shoots 43% from corner 3s. You might be right. Let me see. You got corner 3s. So left corner 3, 42.9%. Right corner 3s, 37%. Above the break 3. Okay, damn, they got the breakdowns they have, incredible. But look though, you gotta look at this. 24. So his average I think Karl-Anthony Towns' average 3-point shot is 26 feet out. I think I heard that somewhere. Could be off with that. Might be off, but it's around there. But look at what he's shooting, right at plus 24 feet. That's plus 24 feet, y'all. See that? He's shooting 136 3. He made 136 threes from plus 24 feet. That's deep. So when you say corner 3s, I don't know about that, fam. Because look, it says right here, look, he made 9 threes in the corner and 3. So when you say is corner 3s, that's not actually true, brother. I don't want to say you capping in your raps, but I'm just saying this is what the research mode source is saying that Towns shoot at. I don't know, man. I think you might be wrong, brother. Cat was a necessity move going to the reason with Randall. No choice. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. And you know what? Knicks will be champs. They're gonna tell you that Randall played the 5 in New Orleans, but he didn't have any success either playing the 5. And he's smaller. He's 6'8". Doesn't give you no blocks. We know Towns can give you 1.7 blocks. It just was. It was a balance. It was all about balance. That's why they did the trade. Right? If we was able to get a center or Mitchell Robinson would have been there, I don't think they do the trade. I really think that Randall and Dante would still be here. Cat surpassed 4,000 points in his 185th career game. He really recently passed 2,000 career rebounds. Towns is a baller. He's a baller. The 4 players previously accomplished the feat include Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Shaq, and Tim Duncan. Fire. Cat has done everything Randall wouldn't have been able to do. Yeah, playing the 5. It's really that simple. So yeah, Knicks 100. By the way, salute to Knicks 100. New York City salute. So Knicks 100. Why do we got these guys coming in our chat talking this nonsense? Do I need to put the chat back on subscriber only mode? I might need to do that. Sam says not recently. Oh, you talking about no one has done those feats? Okay. So New Lord, I mean, do you concede to your points, man? Do you concede to your points, New Lord? Because you extended the show. I love this. This is what I do. I just sit down and I read and I look at stuff like this because I'm like, okay, why is Town so dynamic? And then I'm like, okay, cool. Oh, wow, he's shooting this. This is what he's shooting from. This is his breakdown, right? I'm not going to get on the show and then just be on some, it just looks this way, right? And I'm the NBA expert. And because I'm the NBA expert, you got to listen to me because I played in the league and I know it all. And that's crap. That's crap. If you don't watch basketball, you can't talk basketball. I think that should be the rule. If you don't watch basketball, you can't talk basketball. Let me tell you what my regimen is. I watch Knicks games twice. And then I try to watch another game. during the season. So that's 2 Knicks games and another game. The reason why I watch 2 Knicks games is so when I get on the mic and I talk to a guy like New Lord, I know where to look. I can go to my notes, and I just talk. You know, I literally bleed orange and blue. I eat and sleep this. Understand that. That's just all facts. I eat and sleep this basketball stuff. So, but I watch another game, and then what I do, right? So look, so we got Boston, right? Then we got Indiana. So whoever Indiana plays first, I'm not sure if we're their first game, but let's say we're Indiana's third game. I'm looking at those first 2 games. So those other NBA games I watch would be typically the team we're about to play. And then if you do this for like 2 months, you will have watched at least most team. I'm not gonna say every team, but you would at least watch, you know, a lot of teams one time, right? Just by covering one team, that can cover a lot of ground. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm able to get on the mic and talk. And then like what MSG does, and this is why I like watching the games instead of going to the game. By the way, you see this Madison Square Garden picture? I actually took that when I was there. Yeah, this is fire picture. I love this picture. So my new background. But I actually was there. But anyway, I like to watch the games from the crib. I ain't gonna lie. I love going to MSG. I had a great time when I went. But I love watching the games at home. The reason why is because the MSG staff, they do a great job informing you stuff. And one of the segments they used to do that was so powerful, hopefully they do it this year, is right before the game, they would interview the analysts from the other team. Then they would ask the analyst questions. So, you know, let's say Sacramento. Oh, yeah, so how's Sacramento doing this year? You know, what's Sacramento's tendencies? Oh, yeah, they do this, and this. So now you get the insight from the analyst that watches that team. So, yeah, it's good to watch the games on MSG. Let me see what you guys talking about. Yeah, Knicks will be chance. You know how we get down? Yo, y'all could always disagree with me, man. You know, I'm just the objective fan. I come with stats and facts. I try to have my opinions be fact-based, at least. Like, you know, if I'm going to say something, I'm going to try to have a source or some sort of stat to back it. So when I said that I think Brunson and Towns will be the most dynamic pick-and-roll duo, it's funny how roommates just came out with the stat about Towns being like the #1 big scoring off the screen. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy how they just came out with that. And I was like, yeah. So I'm going to add that to my arsenal. Yeah, they're going to be the #1, you know, pick-and-roll threat in the league. I do believe that. Let me see. New York Yankee, I feel the Knicks need to make one move to raise their ceiling. Randall wouldn't fit. Also, how do we feel about Brunson constantly repping the Eagles? You know what, yo? You got to let him live. You know, he considers himself to be a Jersey dude, you know, so a South Jersey dude. So, you know, South Jersey and Philadelphia is right there. So, you know, I'm just glad he's not a Jersey dude that doesn't like New York, because you got those dudes that exist, you know, right? There's a lot of New York dudes. Shaq, you know, Towns. I'm glad Towns is not one of those guys either. Let me see. I don't think people really understand the trouble if Randall played for 5 days. Why do you think we would be in trouble though? I think we would have got a center. I think if we would have kept Randall, I think we would have got a center. I believe that Leon Rose would have got us a 5. Because that's really what we were missing, is the 5. Right? 1 through 4, you could do whatever. But that 5 spot, if you want to compete, you gotta have it tight. Because you got Joel Embiid, right? You got all these power forwards playing 5, Anthony Davis, Sabonis. You know, then you got guys like young killers like Sangoon, right? Zach Edey, 7'3". I mean, you want to have some size out there. Let me see. The whole Randall can run the 5 in New York. It would say, I mean, all right, so let me say this. When I said Randall could run 5, I said in special circumstances, right? I'm not saying Randall. I feel like I lost my voice. I've been yelling crazy. I think I lost my voice, guys. But anyway, I said Randall at the 5 in special circumstances. The first circumstance was off the bench, not starting. Okay? Randall as a backup 5, I could live with it, but also against smaller teams. Not against Zach Edey and that's not going to work. Right? Against Utah, Walker Kessler, no. But, against like, Golden State, Boston, if Horford's coming off the bench and then you match Randall with Horford, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah. But yeah, I Randall starting at the 5, yeah, that is sick. But yeah, New Lord, you said that the Knicks had major losses, right? You said Isaiah Hartenstein, right? You said that they traded too much for Towns by giving up Randall and Dante. I kind of stomped on that. I mean, if you don't see that I stomped on that point, then that's on you. But I mean, you came in here on a whole lot different energy, and then you started to say that guys were small factors, but in the beginning, Isaiah Hartenstein was the end-all be-all. I mean, that's at least the energy you was given in the beginning. But I had to set the record straight that, when you look at this guy's numbers, he's never averaged a double-double. You're getting a guy that averaged a double-double for 6 out of his 9 years in his career. So when you say you lose Hartenstein, but I get the best center since Ewing, how's that a loss? Then we lose Dante, right? Okay, so you lose Dante, but then we get a better 2-guard in Mikal. He's bigger, better, offensively and defensively. What did we lose? Just saying. It sounds good, but does it really make sense when we really talk about it? So yeah, you got some conceding to do, brother. Let me see. Big Dog Toss Sport. He was talking like Hartenstein was Bill Russell. Facts. I outplayed the money New York could offer him. I agree with that. I technically agree with that. Knicks will be champs. Yeah. Yep. I agree with that. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. He outplayed the money New York could have offered him. Facts. But hold on. Knicks will be champs. Now, I'm not, New York City salute. I'm not here trying to play anybody, right? Nor do I want to see anybody downfall. But I'm going to say this. I don't think Isaiah Hartenstein's getting that third year, $29 million. I don't see it coming. I don't think he's going to get it. And I wasn't speaking injuries on him. But salute to somebody, was it coach? Somebody in the Discord or somebody somewhere said that Isaiah Hartenstein, yeah, it was coach. He said that Isaiah Hartenstein has had an injury-plagued career, and no one talks about it. He suffered a lot of injuries prior to coming to the Knicks. He became durable those 2 years, but he struggled with injuries. So him, being out for the 6 weeks is not surprising. I don't want to hurt the man. I don't want to see the man hurt. But I'm going to say, that's going to hurt. Because if OKC is balling without him, he's not going to be starting. If you're not starting now and then you don't get into that starting lineup, it's going to be hard to justify OKC giving you $29 million when they got to give that boy Jalen Williams and that other boy Chet Holmgren money. It might look like, you should have took the 472 because the Knicks was going to give him the 472. But yeah, that's a whole nother top point. Big Dave, I love our 5'10" bucket point guard. He's a bucket. I hope that's a joke, Big Dave. We just did so used to struggling on offense. Most people don't want to accept change. Ooh, that's a bar. It's funny you say that, right? Because I'm looking at it right now, right? when you look at New York City, we got 2 teams deep in the playoffs right now in their respective sports. And it's like, I don't feel like us as New Yorkers, we have that wrapped in our head. Like, yo, this is a new time for us. Like, I don't think we really believe it. I think like the suffering and the struggling has plagued us for so long that we really don't believe that we've elevated, or we're not willing to accept it, rather. And we're caught up in these tropes that we always would have. So yeah, I think you're on the money if I added some extra texture to it. So yeah, the offense, like, I don't think people understand too, like how dynamic this offense can be until they do it. I think they got to see it to believe it. But I tell you one thing though, Jalen Brunson, that man is ready. That man is ready. Let's see, as we get ready to wrap up. If New York paid Iheart $30 million, no, Knicks would be chance. We wouldn't have gave him that. We would have gave him the $472. No, he wouldn't have got $30 million a year. It would have been $472. And he would have got the 4 year 72 with no option. See, when he got the 3 year 87, the last year is a team option. I was the only person harping on that. I was the only person saying, yo, he's not getting that last $29 million. Oh, he accepted more money than the Knicks could have gave him. He signed for 2 years, 58. You can only go by what's guaranteed. That's what he was paid. The 2 years, 58. The last $29 million is not guaranteed, brother. And I'm telling you this, not because he's hurt. I've been saying this. Go back on my channel. He will not get that 3rd year. I don't care what he think he gonna do. The Thunder is a small market team, and they want to avoid the aprons at all costs because we see what aprons do to teams. Look at all the second apron teams. Man, good luck, brother. Good luck. Boston's the only team because they have what Boston was able to do was they were able to give all their guys money that they want. So they're willing to stay in the second apron because they made the moves that they feel comfortable with, and now they're committed to every guy on their team for like the next 3 to 4 years. So Boston, they're the only team in the second apron that's okay. But let me tell you something. If Boston don't win it and they start falling off, oh boy. Yeah, I know Big Dave's. I know that was a joke. New Lair still talking stuff. What he said? Wait, hold on. I missed that. Yeah, we gotta end the show. This guy, New Lord, you gotta be trolling, bro. You said Dante DiVincenzo is greater than Mikal Bridges. How? In what? All right. Let's do this. We're gonna wrap on this, y'all. I need to see what Dante DiVincenzo does that Mikal can't do. I really need to see that, y'all. We're gonna entertain this. All right. We're gonna entertain this. All right. We're gonna entertain this conversation because I guarantee you, New Lord did not even know. I'm not gonna say he didn't know. I'm gonna say he did not even care that Dante DiVincenzo existed as a basketball player. Let me see. Let me put Mikal. We're gonna do a side by side. All right, Mikal Bridges and Dante. And then we're going to wrap on this last point. So let's look. All right. So this is Mikal. All right. Cool. Mikal for his career is 14, right? He's 14 points a game, 48% from the field, 37% from downtown. That's what his career is. We know he was defensive player, All-NBA defensive team one time, right? And he came runner-up to defensive player of the year. He also was most improved in 2023, and that was the year where he averaged 20 a game. He averaged 20 a game, 38% from three, okay? And he shot 46% from the field. Let's pull up Dante DiVincenzo. I just need to know what does Dante do in his career? What did Dante do that Mikal didn't do? Okay, that's what this experiment is for. Okay, cool. Once again, I don't want to knock Dante. I really don't. But we got facts are facts. So Dante, his career, 10 points a game, right? 42% from the field. So already you see that Mikal, this is Mikal. Mikal is a better shooter career-wise than Dante. 48% from the field. Dante's 42%, 42.8. And then he's a 37.6% from threes. Mikal's 37.5. So career-wise, they damn near neck and neck 3-point percentage. Okay? So Mikal, okay, cool. One good year with 15 a game. That's it. His other years, he had good run. He only played 25 games for Sacramento, right? And this is 2022. And then in his third year, his career with Milwaukee, I think this is the year they won the championship. Salute to Dante for being a part of this team. But Dante, he only averaged 10 a game, no awards. He shot 37%, went 38% from three, 42% from the field. What is it that Dante does? Oh, I'll give you one stat. He did have 5.8 rebounds. So, I mean, if you want to say he's a better rebounder than Mikal, okay. He had 1 year. Let me see. When we look at career rebounds, yeah, Mikal is a career 4 rebounding game guy. Dante, for his career, is also a 4 rebounding game, but that 1 year, he averaged 5.8 rebounds. So that's one thing he did over his career that Mikal never did. How is he better than Mikal? Can someone tell me that? Knicks will be champs. New law, you're aware Dante was never in the front of his plans to be starting too. That's a fact. You're aware that Dante didn't show up for half the Pacers series? That's a fact. Man, yeah, I ain't even got to do nothing. New York City, salute to the chat. I'm just saying, when you look at numbers, right? I mean, and stats is not the end-all, be-all, but I showed you one thing he did that Bridges never did. He averaged 5.8 rebounds 1 year. That's impressive. But that was 1 year. I could have harped on the fact that after that, his rebound dropped to 4, then 3.5. That's petty. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Bridges shoots the same 3-point percentage as him. That's the grand point. And from the field, Bridges is better. So Bridges is a better overall shooter than Dante. And he's a better defender. And he's bigger. And he's a better offensive player, period. Bridges is better at getting his own shot. Dante has to prove that. Dante was off screens all day last year. Dante didn't create a lot of offense for himself. Yeah, I think these guys are living in the moment, yo. Playing 2K, stuff like that. These guys don't watch the Knicks. They don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, Knicks 100. I hear you, but you talk about iHeart. But here's the thing. The money that he took, he got 2 years at 58. He would have got 4 years at 72. Guaranteed. That's all I'm saying. People who think Lynn was better than Melo be like, facts. Salute to the outspoken introvert. That's a bar right there. New York City, salute to you. Fan 94 Nick says, waive Sims and get 2 vets. Damn. Can't waive Sims right now. I feel you though, but you can't waive him right now. Even if you take the stats out of it, you just go skill for skill. Yeah, I just did that. I said that Bridges, he's better. He's a better scorer. He's a better defender, right? I mean, he's a better shooter overall. Dante is, and when you look at their career, they're both damn near the same percentage-wise. What are we talking about? Dante had 1 great year in his career. Mikal had like 3 or 4. Just saying. You said Dante is tougher than Bridges? Do we take account of health though, Knicks 100? Do we look at the fact that, Mikal didn't miss a game in his career? Does that account for toughness at some point? Or is just toughness is what? You get in somebody's face and yelling? Like, what's toughness? Yeah, but what's toughness though? What makes Dante tough? Because he's going to get in people's faces and yell? All right, if you want me to, for you, Dante is tougher than Bridges. Bridges is a better player. If I had to pick who I want, I'm taking Bridges every day. Bridges is a better player than Dante. I mean, that's not a debate. I think that brother was just trolling us, y'all. But listen, y'all, it's been a great show. I lost my voice. Man, I need to drink some herbal tea or something. I'm going to go back and listen to the Roommates podcast, and I'm gonna watch the game again. That's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to watch the Roommates podcast again, and I'm going to watch the game again. So thank you guys for rocking with me, man. I see you guys Sunday on Big Dog Talk Sport at 1:15 Eastern Standard Time. I see you guys right back here Monday, 6 p.m. this week inside the New York Knicks. New Lord, you're bugging. But that's all for the show. And until next time, let's go Knicks.